Okay, we're continuing where we left off. Yesterday, we played quite a bit yesterday. We played for many, many hours, and we still somehow did not finish the first day. I have no money. I have $13.73, which isn't even the good number. I wanted $13.37, but here we are with $13.73. What kind of joke is this? So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've also like completed everything I can think of for like the day, so I'm like out of stuff to do, man. I feel like I'm at a loss. Let's take a look. Enter the harbor and seek an audience with the local debtors union leader, Everett Clare. You need to ask him about the murders in his district. Can't do that. Find out who is in the union box. They're not here. Run the number on the victim's armor. Alice will call back tomorrow. Close the water lock on Wednesday. It's Monday. Find the armor gloves. Can't go over there without closing the water lock. Find booze and drink it. I'm not doing that. Investigate doomed commercial area. Search for the malignant entity. Plaisance said she lives inside a chimney. Find a way in. I could do this. Actually. Pay for damages. I don't have any money. Track down your badge. No leads on that. Who put the clothes in the trash? We don't know who has unauthorized access to the trash. However, I do think it goes hand in hand with investigate the doomed one right here. I think that's going to tell me who that is. Joyce's info on the lynching. I have to get my badge in order to do that. Don't know where my badge is, but I have a feeling that it's here as well. The victim's tattoos. Ask around about tattoos' possible meaning. I haven't gotten the opportunity to do that yet. Who made the call reporting the crime? Haven't gotten that yet, but that might have been the man that we interviewed who ran away. Could have been him with the open shirt. Explore the Whirling's secret passages. Can't do that yet, but it might lead me into here, actually. Sing karaoke. Can't do that yet. Smoke around the balcony. Can't do that yet. Well, I guess I could find a way. Maybe these are linked together and then track down my gun. I have no idea what woman bought my gun, so I have to figure that out. It took you 2.5 weeks to beat NKG? Wow. I didn't even try. When it comes to games like that, like Blasphemous, I completed. Blasphemous 2 completed. I loved Blasphemous 2. I loved it. But most games, I play until I'm done. And usually that means getting an ending that I want. You know, if that's the true ending, I'll go for it. But if the true ending is like a grindfest nightmare, I don't bother. I haven't finished the Elysium yet either. I did not do either of those. Somebody in chat told me that the Elysium was not really worth doing, so I just didn't bother. My computer is like fucking revving up to the moon. Like, what is happening? I've been done with this game for months. You don't have to force yourself. That's another thing is I found when I forced myself to do things, I enjoyed them less and less and less until to the point of like disliking openly the game. All right, so we're going to talk to these. I remember now. This is what I wanted to do today.
An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. East Delta Commerce Center? This must be the name of the doomed commercial area. An off-key melody starts playing after you ring the doorbell.
Bro, my computer is like going... What is happening with my computer? Nothing weird is open. Everything... It's the exact same shit from yesterday, but it's like fucking... revving up. Then a woman picks up.
Kuno, please stop calling here. Grown-ups don't have time for your stupid game.
Oh, okay, alright. Computer is getting old. It's a Mac M1. I think it's just being weird.
Gremlin child. What would he say to this?
Fuck off, pig. I'm Kuno. I don't give a shit. Let me in. Plaisance, it's me. I'm investigating the doomed commercial area, just like we discussed. This is the police. Please open the door. Sorry, I was just trying random doorbells. I didn't have anything important.
Oh, I'm sorry, officer. I thought you were...
There's a spot of static that overrides her words.
The doorbell is broken, and the bookstore shouldn't even be on the list anymore. So I can't help you. Please don't call here again. Thanks.
Okay, sorry.
A single
Jeez.
beep indicates
Okay,
that
so
the
this
line
is
has gone
the...
dead.
Oh, that's interesting. The main hall of this, like, apartment building or business building got turned into a bookstore. Andro Orlando Hair, SCA.
You ring the doorbell.
No one
What
answers.
An ominous name for a hair salon. Doesn't bode well for anyone's hair.
Did I tell you that I beat the Collector? The Collector was fun. I liked him a lot, actually. I felt like there were a lot of opportunities to punish, and it was a pattern that felt very tight. You know what I mean? I liked him a lot. Artemitep's boxing for young athletes and gym.
All you hear is static.
Okay,
but
okay,
no
so
one
that's what that
answers the
building
call.
was. 24-hour window.
You ring the doorbell, but nothing
Emma's
happens.
Fashion Atelier.
You wait for a minute or two, but all you get from the call
Febron's
box
taxi.
is silence.
The rest has been burned
No one
off.
Looks like someone has melted half the plastic off with a lighter. The
Amazing.
doorbell doesn't work anymore.
Slipstream SCA.
You hear static from the intercom speaker. It sounds as if someone
Oh.
has picked up the receiver.
Okay, that's different.
Isn't
Yeah,
saying
I look at
anything.
Solstice.
You can almost hear them breathe.
Hello, is anyone there?
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric.
This is a woman's voice, crackling, and fragile through the static.
Have you come to place an order?
She sounds almost antique, as if her voice was being played off an old wax cylinder. A receiver must not be working properly. Wait, but what happened to Slipstream SCA? There's no Tricentennial Electrics on the list.
Hold on. Tricentennial Electrics? I thought I was calling Slipstream SCA. Who is this? I've been inside this building, but I didn't see anyone from Tricentennial Electrics. This place is deserted. Lie. Yes, I've come to place an order. Sorry, I don't actually have business here.
My God.
The lieutenant exchanges a look with you.
Sorry?
It's you. My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice.
It's a woman, and she knows you.
What is
Your
happening?
heart beats faster. She must be mistaking you for someone else. Who cares that you don't remember her? Just go along with it.
Who are you? Where are you? Come, stand up straighter. Yes, it's me. Here I am again, crawling back into your life. Did we know each other?
Michelle, just please.
She stops, and you can hear her breathe heavily, her breath distorted by ancient static.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
She sounds like she's shaking. What is happening here? Are we talking to a ghost right now? Hold on, tell me what's going on. What do I do? What did I do? Of course I care. It's just that I've been going through some tough time.
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
A spot of static overrides her words. When she speaks again, it sounds like she's submerged.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget.
Forget about what?
She sounds like she's about to cry.
Hello?
She doesn't answer.
Are you still there?
Silence. The only thing you can hear now is static and waves washing ashore on the bay.
I get it. You don't want to talk to me. No one ever wants to talk to me. Fuck! Hang up the call. Alright, it's a goodbye then. Hang up the call. What just happened?
Another seagull passes by. It's getting cold standing here, staring at the silent call box.
I don't know what happened either. We should probably stop playing with this thing.
The lieutenant inspects the doorbell.
You press the number sign on the keypad that terminates
Volition.
the call. 12 name cards on the call box read.
Interesting. Fortress Accident, SCA.
Silence. No one's home.
Revachol Ice
Silence.
City.
No one
Main hall
answers
building B,
the
whirling in
doorbell.
rags.
Nothing happens after you ring the doorbell. They don't want to talk to you.
East Delta Pinball, engines for building B.
Silence. No one answers your call. No. Hold on. The last thing you need in your life is more hysteric emotions. Forget it. Find something else to do.
Okay, well that was my only lead. That was my only lead. To like a strange, spooky, scary demon woman. Go back over there. Walk faster, damn you. What is wrong with you? Sorry I couldn't come when you summoned me. I was busy committing arson. Yeah, arson in your dreams. in your dreams. Well, maybe my summon just had a delay effect. First time doing it. That's true. Could be. How long have you been binding books, Aya? Have you been doing this for a long time? Or is this like a more recent hobby?
A thick layer of coal dust covers the furnace, coloring it pitch black. Something
Nice.
breaks loose in you. A mighty bellow echoes throughout the chimney's depths. The chatter of tiny voices above suddenly cease. Then,
You hear a woman's voice answer. I summon the ghost of this doomed commercial area. Answer me, spirit. This is the police. Who's there? Hello? Are you there? Speak to me.
Hello? Did you say anything? I can't hear you. Please come upstairs. There's a safety curtain on the second floor. I'll open it.
A safety curtain on the second
you
floor.
hear a low rumble upstairs. The sound of a curtain being pulled aside.
After you, officer.
The lieutenant nods and points upstairs. Okay. This way. Safety curtain. Safety curtain. Where at? Is this Emma's atelier? Looks like the reins of the 24-hour window repair shop. Oh, I see. So it was a bunch of businesses, like, stacked together. This definitely was the gym for young athletic boys or whatever. Store on the other side is closed for the night. Come back tomorrow. But... Oh, you sent your Instagram again? I've been doing it for years, but it's like a casual hobby. I think it's important to have a hobby. I think it's very important for people to do something with their time other than look at the internet. You know what I mean? They said there was a safety curtain upstairs. Is this not upstairs? Is there more upstairs than... Oh, I see. There's a door here. Lead me somewhere. Yes, yes. Floorboards creak. Shoes in a puddle of melted snow. Someone was here recently. Postcard La Delta 51. The sunlight has made this postcard almost completely sepia-toned. Midtown traffic passes. Overhead, the ghosts of skyscrapers disappear into a beige midday mist, vapor rising from the delta on which the district was built. The postcard is prepaid. A broken Bellick McGrave from ages past. It's a 4-shot bolt-action military rifle with a wooden frame. It's cool looking. I like it. I thought it looked like this. It was like a snub nose, but it goes a little bit further. The little thumbnail stops right here and right here, which I guess makes sense, but it's still a cool looking gun. I like old guns. I don't really care for new guns, though. What? Here? Oh shit, there's a person here. This tray is full of dice. Colorful polyhedral dice, hundreds of them. The candy dispenser has been repurposed to contain thousands of dice. Hello?
Hello, I'm Nia.
Novelty dice maker. Nia, a bird-like woman, sits on a throne of tools with emerald light shining through her hair.
Did you try knocking on my window? I must have missed you. I've been listening to my Milius.
Milius. What is that? She taps her headphones.
So what kind of die are you looking for?
She's got a direct view to the backyard. You should interrogate her about the lynching.
Hold on, what do you mean by?
Yes, Amelia is like a call-in station.
Oh.
You need a two-way radio to access one. That's why I have these.
She passed the headphones on the table.
Mostly, they just teach you to swear in different languages. But some of the stations can be quite interesting. I was so absorbed, I must have missed you knocking.
I like how the shadow works. Very well thought out. Sorry, I'm just looking at everything. You must have confused me with someone else. I haven't knocked on your window.
Then how did you get inside? By the south entrance?
She blinks.
You know what? It doesn't even matter. What matters is that you're finally here. Let's talk dice. Did you have something specific in mind?
Why are you asking me about dice?
I'm a novelty dice maker. Tell me the name of your role-playing system and I'll make the die you need.
Oh, that's so cool.
That's why you're here, yes?
Oh.
As she speaks, her bone-like fingers fiddle with a ring. Her bones light, but her hands strong.
Bird-like woman.
Role-playing games? You know the one made by Fortress Accident. Does that count?
Sure, I like role-playing games and I need some dice. Maybe. I'm not really sure why I'm here, honestly. No, I was looking for something else. Squint your eyes mysteriously. Answers. I'm not interested in buying dice right now. I'm a police officer and I need to ask some questions. Let's do this one.
Answers? How strange. These days people only come to me for dice and role-playing games. I'm not sure how helpful I'll be, but go ahead and ask.
The walls around her are covered in rows of precious stones and minerals.
It almost looks as if the stones and dice are a natural part of the room.
I don't see
growing
any
out of the
anywhere.
shelves like stalagmites.
Growing out of the shelves like stalagmites. I literally don't see any. I just see tools. Why is the game lying to me? Harold's party rolls a nat 20. Harold's party has the advantage. I don't know what my name is.
No falsehoods are present. She's a novelty dice maker and
Are you
doesn't
spoiling
have
in
anything
chat?
to hide. Ask what you need.
How did you become a dice maker? Okay, I'd like to order a die from you. People ban. What do you know about the man who was lynched behind the whirling in rags? Hey, where are we anyway? What is this place?
We're inside the chimney of an old central furnace. It's strange, I know.
So we are in a chimney. She looks at the ruddy bricks that make up the walls. Even though they've been repainted, there are signs of coal-black soot here and there. Oh. Okay.
But when I arrived here, all
Sure.
the other rooms were taken, so I had to build myself a makeshift home. Besides, I don't really have to pay any rent here, so that's a plus.
That's true. That would be very beneficial. But it's also very cold, and how do you still have electricity?
Creative.
The lieutenant looks around the spacious room, its ceiling fading into shadows above. Yeah, I'll be watching you, Solstice. So
When
this would
she
not be the
arrived,
first time that
There
you've
was no room anywhere else. She must have known the other business.
just come in and said something about a game I'm playing and just spoil something. It's me. What? Me? Or this guy right here? Are you saying that this guy is the murderer? Unbelievable. Or me? Me Crawl. I'm the murderer? I've heard this place is cursed. Did you know that the people call it the doomed commercial area?
I've heard the stories, but I don't think those stories are true.
She nods as the wind howls in from the furnace shaft above. How do you explain what happened to all those companies then? Plaisance is the one who sent me. She's convinced that the place is swarming with malicious energy.
It's just capitalism. We only hear about tales of success, so it's often surprising to realize how many ventures actually fail.
That's true, actually.
Plaisance, the bookshop lady? I've heard that her business is doing very well.
I said the
Just
murderer was us. I called
now.
it. Spoilers. I don't know. We don't know who the murderer is. We'll find out. I don't think it doesn't make any sense for us to be the murderer. Plaisance, the bookshop lady? She raises her brows. I've heard that her business is doing rather well. Have the energies spared her somehow? Actually, the bookstore isn't doing that well. There are hardly any customers, and she has to exploit her own daughter to keep the company going. The curse is just biding its time before it strikes again. Sooner or later, everyone will fail, even her. I don't know why the bookstore hasn't gone bankrupt yet. That's why I'm here to investigate.
All right. But it's not just the bookstore that's still up and running. What about the whirling
True.
racks? Some people say it's part of the building complex.
Yes, but it's still a separate building. The malicious energies can't reach there. No, the whirling isn't doing well either. Its waitress just took off and customers have trouble paying bills. I'm the customer having trouble. You're right, the whirling doesn't really look like it's cursed. I kind of agree.
There is me.
Peepo, brutal homicide. She sighs, looking at her messy work table. All kinds of tools lie there scattered, from knives to carving files to wire cutters. Salty, you should make that an emote.
I've been here for 14 years, selling novelty dice to role-playing enthusiasts.
14
Not
years
exactly
doing that
a
is
million-real business
very...
idea, yet somehow I've survived despite the talk of malicious energies. Strange, isn't it?
That's very impressive, I'm not gonna lie.
Maybe it's just because she's so talented that she's been able to woo the curse.
Woo the curse. Plaisance thinks it's because you're the source of it, a malignant entity. It's because you're competent and dedicated to your craft. The curse doesn't affect people like you. The curse will get you, have no doubt about it. It just doesn't care about earthly time frames. I'll be the first to admit there are many inconsistencies in this so-called curse.
I was just about to ask, what do you think? Do you think the curse is real?
She leans forward in her chair to study your face. Do you put onion in your popcorn, or is it just me? I've literally never done that. Onion in your popcorn is... I'm not going to call it weird. I have never done that ever in my life. Are you talking about onion powder? Or like raw onion? Like you chop up a white onion and you put it in there? Please elaborate for me. I think it still might be you that's causing this. Narrow your eyes very mysteriously. I'm starting to see that there's no curse, only business decisions and natural market fluctuations. Honestly, I'm still not sure. This world is a puzzling place.
Exactly. Truth is always so disappointingly mundane and boring.
She pinches the root of her nose.
But I'm glad we got this sorted
Raw
out.
onion, not
Nothing
chopped,
else I can
whole
help
raw
with today.
onion. Skin too. Bro, you're trolling. Bro, you're trolling. You're literally trolling. I'll do it. That's fucking weird. No. Bro, you're trolling. You don't do that shit. What are you talking about? But I'm glad we got this sorted out. Anything else I can help you with today?
That's all she has to say on the subject.
Yeah, I've
She's
never
been
done it.
very
What are you? Why are you bringing it up? What are you talking
transferred.
about?
The bookstore closes starting 2100. You'll have to do that tomorrow.
That's all she has to say. She's been thorough and truthful. Oh, you mean talk to Plaisance? Shivers. Why hasn't her business failed? Fuck it. Whatever.
You feel nothing.
Amazing.
If anything, it's uncomfortably warm.
Whoa, no, absolutely not.
She has begun to idly clean one of her carving tools with a dirty kerchief. The tool's sharp edge shining in the light of her desk lamp.
No way. Only good onion is cooked one. I like raw onion. I like raw purple onion in Mexican food. Like, purple onion goes in guac. And I like raw white onion on tacos. And I like raw white onion, not raw. No. I'm cool with pickled onions. I'm cool with, I like onions quite a lot, actually. In very many forms. I don't like, no, you know what? I'll even eat like big chunks of onion too. Like if I'm eating a kebab or something, like if I'm cooking kebabs and you like skewer on a bit of onion and it's like undercooked or uncooked, I don't care. I'll eat it. I won't take a bite of an onion like I won't eat it like an apple, but I eat onion. It's good for you. They're really good for you. They have a very unique flavor. Not a lot of stuff tastes like onion. They keep worms away. So if you eat anything, parasites, a lot of people have parasites, but if you eat worms, it keeps them away. I don't know. I like onions a lot, actually, now that I say it out loud. I don't know what else to talk. I thought you said you put sugar and salt on your onion. And I was like, what? I don't know what else to talk about. Don't worry about it. Don't got to fill the space. Solstice for sure does the onion thing. He saw our reaction and backed out. I think that's what happened, Salty. But I'm not going to press him. If he does the onion thing, he can. Say that again, and I'll sever your spinal cord. Love, JK. And then you said it again. I was like, why are you... Okay, all right. You asked for him to be here. You asked for this. You summoned him, and now he's threatening to sever your spinal cord. Do you know what happened to the other tenants? Everyone else is gone.
More or less. Are you interested in anyone specific?
She's just the yellow scarf that covers her hair.
Oh, quite a lot of them spring to mind.
I don't really care about asking about all of them. What's up with the broken windows? Did someone here make stuffed animals? I saw mounts lying around. I found creepy mannequins. What's with the rotor blades and skis?
They were made by a company called Slipstream. After they pivoted from making rotor blades to skis, their chief executive took off on a vacation with all their money.
She rests her chin on her hand with an impish smile.
Honestly, I think it's quite funny. I think he's still sending out holiday transmissions from Tulula or Tiumotiri or Hashtkor or wherever he is.
This word, Tiumotiri, Kashtkor. What? These are inspired names. These are really good. I'm sending you snails to your house. I love snails. Yeah, I like snails. Snails are cool. You know what? You know what I recently learned about snails though? They the way that their body works. They don't have like a hole and on the bottom of their shell. They have one opening. And you would think that they would poop out the bottom of that opening where their foot, the snails move with a foot. Most of them. They move with like this foot. It's like a thing that slithers and they leave the trail. And a lot of snails you'll see, like sea snails, they'll move forward and then they'll drag. And they'll move forward and then they'll drag. And it's their foot. And so you would think they would poop out the bottom of their foot or like the back of the exit of the shell. No, I saw a diagram that showed the anatomy of a snail and they poop directly onto the back of their head. What the fuck? Why did they evolve like that? Why did they evolve like that? What? So many things you look at and you're like, these things are still evolving. They're still evolving. Like there's no way that in like 2,000, 3,000 years. No, hold on. There's no way that in like a couple 100,000 years, millions of years, they're going to continue to be pooping on their head. But it makes you wonder, like, humans are still evolving too. I wonder what in, a million years, what will be different about us. I wonder what in like 100,000 years will be different about us. Because, with medical advances, Solstice, stop trying. Stop bullying Aya. I'll ban you. Stop bullying Aya. I will ban you. Because of medical advances, people are staying alive for a lot longer, and there isn't really like a natural selection happening very much anymore. And so I wonder what will be different about us in a very short amount of time. What do these transmissions say? That's illegal, running off with the company's money like that. Why hasn't he been arrested?
Sure, it's illegal, but it's not exactly anything extraordinary in business. Besides, Slipstream is history now. All their remaining assets got seized by the bailiffs in 47.
Oh, it's been
I have
a
no
long
idea
time. It's
why
been
those
years.
prison blades are still lying around.
I can't unequip this here. Oh, and it changed. Do you see that? Oh, there we go. No, it changed. We're all the way over here now, and I'm not up in her face anymore.
They were just props. Why return them?
True.
Maybe you could make a sword out of one. No, wait, forget it. It would take too long.
It would take a long time, but it would look cool. There's a terrifying taxidermied bear in the cellar. I found a strange
Fortress
machine.
Accident, the radio game studio.
She closes her eyes as some remnant of a memory lights up her
They were
face.
an interesting bunch. We talked about role-playing systems every now and then. Once, I even saw two of them get into fisticuffs over Wirral.
Really?
They certainly took their work very seriously, even if they seemed to be chronically liberal with their schedules.
What do you mean liberal? What
The
happened?
usual. They ran out of money and couldn't get the project done on time.
Gotcha.
Well, I did hear them talking at times.
She looks at the hallway as if she can hear them chit-chat about her behind her curtains on a cigarette break.
They seemed to believe they were historical individuals on some grand quest.
Yeah,
She
okay.
sounds almost mocking when she says that.
For what I've seen so far, the project did look quite impressive. Really? They must have been on a gigantic ego trip. Honestly, it did look impressive. Well, I don't want to call it impressive. It looked very ambitious.
Yes, but when the money started to run out, they just began to complain a lot about capitalism. You know, how the markets are rigged to keep out new businesses and so on.
Or maybe they bit off too much. Maybe they tried too much and it was the load on their finances was too great. We've already changed our evolution. Humans only started having crooked teeth after we developed tools. Our jaws have shrunk because we can cut our food with tools now. That's true. That's true. And I think cavities too. Like when you look, I remember watching a YouTube video where it was talking about like why do humans have so many cavities and dental problems now, that they have to have root canals and they have to have this and that. And I think it's because of our diet. Our diet has changed so much. And that like back in time they used to eat more like tougher foods and that they'd chew more, so like there was less debris that just sat in their mouth or something like that.
In the
I
end,
can't
they
remember
just didn't
exactly
get
what the
it
YouTube
done.
video said.
They
it
didn't
was
have
something like
enough
that.
willpower to produce something truly historic.
Because they'd
and
find
to show
skulls
its
and they'd be
work
like,
on
wow,
time.
these teeth look great. And it's not that way anymore. Like my teeth, my adult teeth, came in with cavities. And I had to get them like they'd come in and I'd have to get them filled immediately.
Showing up to work on time is hard. No, scratch that. Showing up to work at all is difficult, especially if you've been drinking.
I mean, that's true, especially if you've been drinking. But showing up to work is not, in my opinion. It's like baseline. If my friend who runs a business local, he all that he looks for in an employee is that they show up to work. He's like, if you show up to work every day that you're scheduled, we're cool. We can make it work. But he hates when people don't come to work. Like calling out is fine, but like just not showing up or being like exceptionally late. And I have never been that way. I've always just shown up to work, or I've called out with like ample time. And I don't know how, like one of my coworkers at a camera store, he would show up like an hour and a half late. And I was like, what? You make a choice to be late. We opened at 10 a.m. You're making a choice to be late. You are choosing to do this. It's not like you can't be on time. You know what I mean? It's just it's so perplexing to me. Fun fact, Cleopatra lived closer in time to the invention of the smartphone than the pyramids were built. No, I knew that. It's actually it's a pretty common fun fact. It's a very, very popular, very fun fact. But I remember learning about that in school, actually. Talking about how more recent all the stuff that we learned about that's ancient history actually is. Because human history isn't actually that long in the grand scheme of things. Well, showing up to work is incredibly hard. It's too bad. I would have supported them. The project looked great. You're right. They should have just tried harder. They had everything they needed to succeed.
Not the wisest decision. You would have lost all your savings.
She tosses a pair of dice on the table. One of them stops near the edge of the metallic disc.
The result
desk.
is 1
Wow.
on a 20-sided die.
Anything else?
I found the building's intercom, but it's not working.
Oh, right. I hope you didn't try to ring me.
She rubs her forehead. Her scarf has left a faint line on her dusky skin.
I think none of those doorbells work, including mine. I'm still in the middle of connecting the wires. Sorry about the confusion.
No, but it did work. Did you know sharks bark? I did not know that. I did know that I have heard that they theorize that sharks have existed before Saturn had its rings. Yeah.
The doorbell with the empty name card must belong to her then.
I remember when they discovered what are they called? The sharks that are like over 500 years old, that are like old as fuck. I can't remember what they're called. Greenland sharks, maybe? I remember when they discovered those. It was very recent. And then they discovered like how old they can be. And they were like, holy shit, this shark has been older. It has been alive for longer than America as a country. The only freshwater shark in the world, which is crazy to me. You're telling me that the doorbell with the empty name card was yours? I was wondering about the Whirling in Rags. Is it part of the same building complex? I saw the name East Delta Pinball on the doorbell. A strange thing happened when I tried calling a company named Slipstream SCA. Someone answered.
It can't be true. They don't work here anymore. They've been gone for years.
She looks like she doesn't really believe you.
Are you sure it was Slipstream SCA? Was it a woman? Maybe it was Plaisance from the bookstore.
First, it wasn't Plaisance. I know her and would have recognized her voice. She said she was from Tricentennial Electrics.
Tricentennial Electrics?
There's a moment before she recognizes the name.
It used to be a major electric company 100 years ago. Are you sure it wasn't just some kids playing a prank on you?
It was too real to be just
Definitely not a prank. I
Either
think
we're dealing with a
it was
professional
a
actress,
ghost.
Or whatever happened, keep your cool. It's probably better to admit that it was a harmless prank.
You're right. I probably just got made fun of. No, it was something else. Something eerie narrowed your eyes. It may have been some sort of rare electrical anomaly.
A prank is more likely, no? Oh, the kids these days. We were just one of them, and now they're terrorizing us. No solidarity.
That's true, though. Like, my coworkers are 24 and 25, and I'm 29, and they were calling me old, and I was like, I'm not even close to old. Like, yeah, compared to a 14-year-old, I'm old. I'm over double his age, but like, I'm barely a third of the way through my life. Maybe. I might not even be a third of the way. I might be like, I can't say a quarter of the way. Maybe a quarter, depending on how medical advancements get by the time I'm like 90. And truth be told, I'm probably going to die around 50, though. So, really, I am over half the way through my life. The reason I'm going to die when I'm 50 is because on my father's side, all of the men in that family, except for my father, have died between 50 and 60 due to heart failure, heart complication, heart disease. And on my mother's side, everybody gets old, but they all develop dementia around, or Alzheimer's or some kind of thing like that, around like 60, and then it really takes force by 70. So, like, I might die from heart failure. I might also live, but then I will not really be alive because I have Alzheimer's, so, like, I'm basically dead anyway. So, I probably won't live that long. I probably am halfway through my life, actually, now that I think about it. So, it is what it is. That's a shame. Whatever, man. What that sounds like to me is that you need to go out in a rager. Well, seeing as like alcohol, literally, they just proved that alcohol makes you die faster, and drugs shorten your lifespan. I don't think that's a good idea. If I want to live longer, which I don't particularly do, maybe I shouldn't go out on a rager. Anyway, hi, Bumner. They're also one of the few animals that can't be farmed because their adolescent phase, time until they can have babies, is over 150 years. Holy shit. So literally, they're just out there. That's just an animal out there. And you know what? I support that. I don't think that animal value should be viewed as their capability to be like farmed and raised and used by humanity. I like the Greenland shark. Greenland sharks are pretty pog. I'm actually trying to brew some mead. Really? For any particular reason? I've never tried mead. I know that it can be very sweet, though, because it's usually made with like honey and fruit and stuff like that, right? I hope you like it. I hope it comes out good. In high school, I had a friend. I knew a kid. He was in my computer science class who would, this was 12 years ago. He had a moonshine distillery in his bathroom. He was a very rich boy, And so they had multiple bathrooms in like a 3-story house. And so his mom never came to check on him. He was, in my opinion, pretty neglected. But she was also like a helicopter parent. So like anytime she did catch him doing something wrong, she would like explode on him. But she rarely checked on him. And so he was distilling moonshine in his bathroom. And she caught him and threw it all away and like exploded on him. And he was grounded for like a month. Grounded, whatever that means for a rich kid. And then he literally like we left for summer and then came back, and he was like, "Oh yeah, man, I'm trying to figure out how to get a higher percentage yield on my moonshine." I was like, "What happened? I thought your still got thrown away." And he was like, "No, I just bought a new one." Punishment means nothing to him, and he was trying not to. He was so afraid of. He was more afraid of drinking the moonshine and going blind because he brewed ethanol instead of drinkable alcohol than he was about like the consequences of moonshine being illegal or his mother finding out that he was 16 and making moonshine. You know what I mean? Insanity. I have a few questions about the building. This one.
That's right. I haven't even written my name there. As I said, it's quite useless right now. It doesn't work yet.
She's been here for 14 years and she hasn't even bothered to write her name on it. I have a few more questions about the building.
Sure, I'm listening.
Actually, I had other
Good.
questions.
I hope it clarified things a bit. What else?
Okay, it's time. It's time.
Nothing really. I didn't know him.
Was this kid born in the 1920s? How old? He was a year younger than me. So I guess that means he was born in... No. Yeah, 1997. He was born in 1997, I believe. I'm curious what it tastes like, and 2, I've always been interested in the process. I watched this guy on YouTube Shorts. I can't remember his YouTube name, but he makes like nothing but mead. He did like Mountain Dew, and he tried doing it with Dr. Pepper, I'm pretty sure, and stuff like that. And a lot of it comes out really terribly, but a lot of it, you've seen this guy? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. He's real popular. He's probably the most popular mead. Yeah, golden mead, something like that. And he usually does honey. Yeah, he sells kits for it, and if I drank alcohol, I would be interested in that. If it's been fermented properly, mead shouldn't be sweet since all the sugar is converted into alcohol, but you can also add more honey or something sweet after fermentation to make it taste better. That's true, and I think that's what that guy does. It might be Golden Hive. He made mead from those marshmallow peeps. Yeah, and it looked disgusting. It had like a layer of froth at the top. It was gross. Nothing really. I didn't know.
The lieutenant looks at his notebook, then the woman under the large window.
Your window looks directly onto the courtyard. You're saying you didn't see or hear anything unusual last Sunday evening?
I'm sorry, detective, but as you know, I usually have my headphones on when I'm working. It shuts out most of the daily ruckus behind my window.
I think this is bullshit. Do you really think that those headphones, and she would just completely be oblivious to people beating and hanging a man? I don't, like right in front of her? I don't know, man. What do you mean by the daily ruckus? And you never took your eyes off the work to look out the window? Do you often work Sunday nights?
I might have.
Come here.
But in this case, all I would have seen is my own
Yeah, it will
reflection
take a
staring
while.
back
Well,
from the darkness.
check back in and let me know if you died or not from drinking it. Oh, well, that's possible.
It's light here, but dark in the yard at night.
Now, this is possible, okay.
It's really hard to make anything out in the yard when it's dark outside.
Do we know for sure they beat him in the
Besides,
courtyard
I rarely
area?
get up
No,
to
we
look out the
don't.
window when I'm in the
We don't
sun.
even know if he was alive when they hung him. We don't.
This person values focus above all. She keeps her sharp sight on the instruments before her.
I have really bad anxiety. It's gotten better in the last, 6 months, I guess, but I years ago, I suffered from anxiety problems. Years ago, maybe 2 years ago, and the reason I knew that I had really bad anxiety was because I could not focus on one thing. My brain would not let me. I had to be hypersensitive to everything going on around me at all times. I had to listen to every conversation. I could hear the people, I could feel the people standing behind me in a cafe. Like, I would sit on this couch, and behind me was the line. The couch, like, faced away from the counter. So the person standing at the counter and me sitting on the couch were facing the same direction. And in between the counter and the couch was the line to order your food. And I could feel them standing behind me. Based on the sounds of their shoes, I was so hyper-focused on everything that I had so much trouble focusing on one thing. So it was really hard for me to read. But I guess that's what made me good at reading, was reading through it anyway. You know what I mean? But I've gotten a lot better. Now I still kind of have it, that ability, that problem, really. But I've gotten a little bit better.
Well, there's always something going on in the Whirling's backyard.
She stops to try and come up with an example.
During daytime, there are usually those kids.
No.
Lately, I've been seeing a lot of drunk workers hanging about. Must be because of the strike.
She's heard of the murder, but did not see it, sire.
Sire.
But I never saw anyone during that fateful Sunday night, I'm afraid.
Shit is that anxiety. Well, shit. If I've had it most of my childhood. Yeah, most of the time anxiety is caused by childhood problems. From what I understand. I read this book about like complex PTSD and how it's like the root of anxiety. But whatever, man, I'm not a doctor.
It's an odd profession, making dice for people.
Look at him. Why is he look, he's just his
And
ass
I
is just
prefer
up.
doing
What are you
this
doing?
to sitting at home.
Lay down. Stop being fucking weird. Hi, baby. Come on. You want to bite me and play, and then I play with him and he doesn't play back? What the fuck? Rip his ears off.
She nods.
Anything else, officer?
That's it. So I thought this was like the breakthrough we were going to get. I thought this was the breakthrough. But this really wasn't anything. She really didn't give me shit, to be honest with you. And I'm kind of sad. Report back to Plaisance about your finding. Fuck. Can I show her this? No. The last, 3 leads haven't panned out for us at all. And that's what I keep finding with this game. I really hope it comes to a head eventually, because fucking nothing is happening. I mean, shit's happening. I'm not going to pretend like shit is not happening. But it also feels like I'm not going anywhere, man. I know that's just day one. Maybe I'm being too harsh. It's also not the last 3 leads. It's like every lead. Joyce told me nothing. The Call Me Manana told me nothing. Measurehead told me nothing. The Scab Leader, nothing. They're all so wrapped up in their own worlds that they have no idea. They won't tell me anything about, I can't exit this way. Fuck me. It's frustrating. It's frustrating being a cop, everybody. It's a hard life. I thought that being a cop would be cool. I'd be a detective. I'd be fucking whatever. You know what I mean? Nah, man. Nah, none of that shit. Everybody hates cops. No one wants to talk to the fucking pigs, dude. I just want to solve the murder. God. I hate summer. It's by far the worst season. No, I love summer. I don't like winter. I don't like that the day is short. I don't like that it's so cold. I don't like that I'm so dry. I don't like that I can't do anything and everything is dead and gray. And I look outside and there's no leaves. There's no. My favorite color is green. There's no green anywhere. It's just dead and cold. Winter sucks. I also get fat during winter because there's nothing for me to do. Why can't it just be 14 Celsius? What is that, 60 degrees Fahrenheit-ish? I think it's 10 to 50. Yeah, that sounds about right. That would be nice. Okay, well, unfortunately, I have no money. Get this shit out of my fucking hand. I have no money. It's 21:51, so 9
Can
minutes.
I help you?
Fuck, dude. We're fucked. Hey, Salty, you said that you, Googled that I walked past all the money-making opportunities. Since I missed them, what were they? I was wondering that. Since I missed the opportunities, what were they? Sleeping on a bench tonight? I think I am. I think I actually am.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do
I'm about to
not
lock my
look
cat
overly
out here, dude.
comforting.
He's being... Oh, God, he's so annoying.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder.
There's no after we solve the murder. I need, I need the fucking day to end so that I can talk to these fucking people, dude.
Hello again.
Time only passes when you talk. So lame. Okay. Why is my game... What is happening?
Looking for something? It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a coalition in charge and all. You might want to change the topic. That is, bury your head under the sand like common sheep.
Not sheep, ostriches. Actually, neither ostriches or sheep bury their heads in the sand. It's just a saying.
I get it. Someone has to be the unpopular guy. Oh, so you're just a racist. Makes sense. To be honest, I can't really remember what that means. Please explain. On second thought, let's talk about something else.
People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design. So, naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that.
And what else have you thought up? Yes, I can really tell you're a prime example of superior design. Right, I've already made up my mind. Want to hear it?
Open your eyes. Haven't you noticed something different lately? An unfortunate downturn, maybe? Huh? When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources.
When members of the superior race cease to believe in their innate superiority, they stop competing for resources. Yeah, and what's the problem then? Okay, and?
This concerns you, policeman, so you better be vigilant. The damn kips are showing up good lately. Same with the mosquitoes. And the other intruder species too. They're on the precipice of cultural victory.
Kips, mosquitoes, and intruder species.
It's true. Also, you need to realize the
What the
dangers
fuck?
of mixing races. Who knows what might happen if people don't stay in their birthplace? You might end up with a new sub-race, with unknown characteristics, leading to extra competition. That's why you've got to control the offspring.
Yeah, I'm not down with this. Why don't you go fuck yourself? Okay, sure, whatever. I'd really rather die. Hey, fuck
Don't
you.
push your luck, runt.
Man gives you a disgusted look, then turns his attention elsewhere, ignoring your presence. Fuck you. There's shit I can sell? Apparently there's loot. Where do I sell it, though? I thought this was only bottles. I've only gotten the opportunity to sell
The
bottles.
tear machine stands in the corner. A sign said, "Your bottles clunk." Do you know?
Can I sell to her?
Is this about the question?
Oh.
Because I don't really know anything.
Does Freet have a warehouse in the back of the Whirling
A
Rags?
warehouse? I don't know. Maybe. I don't really care what Frit does.
Come on, give me something to work with here.
She looks up from under her brow.
Fine. Frit doesn't have a warehouse. Just a little back room here. Okay?
Okay. She turns back to her magazine without waiting for you to respond. Oh, you're right. I can go to the pawn shop. I didn't think I could sell there. That guy seemed so uninterested in anything I had to do. Anything dealing with me. Okay, let's run over there then. I've got a couple more minutes. I didn't realize I could sell shit at the pawn shop. Dumb. Okay, well, let's pawn some garbage then. Let's see what I've got.
Hello again. How can I help you?
There's something I'd
Let
like
me
to
have a
sell.
look.
I have a fascinating photo of a corpse here. I'll check my pockets. Access your pawn menu. I don't have anything to sell. I'd like to sell my clothes.
I'm not purchasing any more clothing at the moment.
Damn.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
I could sell this for 22 cents. Pawn. That's it? Fuck. Interesting. What's everyone's favorite pizza topping? Pineapple doesn't count, neither does anchovies. Why do those not count?
Oh, no. I don't like those kinds of objects. No sale.
He barely even looks at it. Do you know what the tattoos mean?
Photic paths, counter-radiance networks, anti-magnetism. It's darkness. That's all I know. Sell me something lighter. Another time, perhaps.
I wanted to sell some clothing. I wanted to ask about my missing gun again.
Sure thing.
Was the buyer a policeman too?
She didn't seem like a policeman, although she kept referring to herself as a pig, which was odd. I found her interest in the gun a bit obsessive, but I was just happy to get rid of it, and of her.
Well,
Truth be told, she was terrifying.
I don't really mind pineapple on pizza. I will eat it, but baking pineapple does something to the flavor, in my opinion. And like grilling it, like if I go and I eat like Hawaiian food or luau or something, and there's pineapple, I've mostly been served it like fresh pineapple, like a pineapple skewer or something. But sometimes they'll grill it and they'll just get grill marks on it. They're not like cooking it until it starts breaking down. They're just they give it like, you know, the grill treatment, right? They're not, but it's still got crunch. It's still bright. It's still fresh. It's just got a little bit of a different exterior flavor. But like when you bake pizza in an oven and the pineapple is on it, it like breaks down and it changes the flavor, and it no longer has like that brightness to it, that freshness. It's got like this, it just becomes sweet. It just tastes like I've put sugar on my pizza. You know what I mean? I don't really hate it, but I don't ask for it. It's not my thing, but some people really do love it. Like my friend, same one that I was talking about earlier, they always, when his kids have a birthday party, a lot of the times they'll ask for a pizza party, and they always get him, specifically for him alone, a Hawaiian pizza, because he loves pineapple on pizza. So I would say it probably is his favorite, but I do agree with you that a lot of people are saying pineapple or anchovies to be like, haha, I'm weird and different and I'm trolling you. You know what I mean? But I've never had anchovies on pizza. I've eaten anchovies before, but I've never had anchovies on pizza. I'm sure it's very good, but I think my favorite topping, I don't want to say pepperoni. Maybe it's pepperoni. It might be feta cheese. I really like feta cheese on pizza. I don't know, something about it. Like I love white. If you've ever heard of white pizza, they use like Alfredo sauce and garlic and stuff like that, and chicken. And I like feta cheese on that specifically. Might be my favorite topping, but I don't know. If I could choose like a style of pizza though, instead of just one single topping, I like margarita pizza, and I like barbecue chicken. Alfredo, margarita I think would be my number one, because I love the taste of fresh basil. Basil? Yeah. Oh, God, I love it.
Right, so let me get this right. You sold your sidearm, issued by the citizens' militia, and now a civilian is running around the streets of Martinez with it?
There's only one explanation. She must be one of my rabid fans. Maybe she's a vigilante. Wants to prove she can do our jobs better than we can. I don't like it either. What if she intends to commit a crime and blame it on the citizens' militia? I'm sorry I sold my gun.
You're right that she could cast aspersions on the force. We have to find her.
He looks around, worried. Any idea where I could find this buyer?
My apologies, officer, but I have no idea where she was coming from or where she went.
Where did she come from? Where did she go?
A needle in a haystack. There is nothing you can do about it now. You'll just have to hope you luck upon her somehow.
This is very like... Is it called Chekhov's gun? I think it's called Chekhov's gun. I think that I'm not going to find the gun. I think I'm going to get shot by the gun. They're really setting it up like this person who was impersonating a pig, really like obsessive about the gun, and we've seen what the gun can do. I think I'm going to get shot at one point. That's my guess.
Sure, man.
Sure, man. Okay, cool. Wait.
Greetings on this fine night. What brings you here?
How come you're still open? It's cool you're still open. Big city
The
vibes.
pawn shop is always open.
Do you know anything about the traffic menace on the loose?
Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive.
But didn't you hear when the traffic menace drove over your roof?
Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop.
It's
and
no
then
less than we
moving on.
deserve. That's true.
That sure narrows down our list of suspects.
A vortex sounds fascinating. Does that mean you don't have any idea who the driver was? I can understand how you would mistake Jacob Irv for a powerful electric vortex.
He shakes his head.
Okay, cool. So he's useless to me. Oh, I can talk to you. Okay.
We should think about calling it a day, maybe. The nights are still miserably cold this time of year.
I haven't paid the cafeteria manager for
We should
damages
take
yet,
care of that then.
but I don't have the money.
Let's talk to him anyway. An officer of the RCM shouldn't be sleeping in the street. We'll figure something out.
All right. I think I'm going to sleep on the bench, dude. Like, it's what I deserve. It's what I deserve. My favorite topping is probably cheese. Basic, I know, but without it, pizza doesn't taste right. I don't think you can call cheese a topping on pizza. That's like saying that my favorite part of a sandwich is bread. You know what I mean? I think you need to choose an actual topping, Solstice. You need to commit to a topping. If you're going to ask me for a topping, you need to commit to a topping. Have you played Inscription? No, and I will not play it. I've watched two people play it in its entirety, and so I will not be playing that game. It's a game where the novelty of it, the intrigue of it, is experiencing the weirdness of it and figuring out its mechanics, and I already know all of its mechanics. I know its entire story. Playing it would be a waste of, like, not a fun time for me. But it does look very good. So about the money I owe you.
Yes, have you got it?
I was wondering if we could come up with some sort of arrangement for the night.
Does that arrangement include you paying me what we already agreed you owe me?
It's cold out. I'll freeze to death because I'm losing this stupid money game. Come on, man. After everything I've been through, Kim is about to say something. Let him. I will pay you back tomorrow. I'm an honest cop. I'm going to let Kim talk.
I understand your predicament as the manager. However,
He adjusts his glasses.
I feel I must remind you that we are here to conduct an important investigation that also affects your business.
Forgive me for saying this, but your colleague seems more committed to drinking, and...
He stops mid-sentence.
I mean no offense. It's really nothing personal. I just have to protect the interests of this establishment.
Hold on, I still have my key, you know. This conversation isn't going anywhere, is it?
Not until you bring me the money.
Okay. I might have something in my motor carriage we can use when you're done here.
Oh, Lieutenant. We're done here.
No. I hope you liked watching it, though. Yeah, it's a good game. I liked what it had to do. I liked what it had to say. It was really cool that it was like an ARG that entered real life too. I think that it's one of, I would call it probably the most successful like ARG style game where the community has to come together to figure it out. Unlike
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone,
Five Nights at
a
Freddy's.
pull-out
Sorry, I
toolbox,
literally couldn't
and
remember the name.
soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
I don't think that Five Nights at Freddy's does a bad job of its ARG or it's hiding its secrets inside game files and inside books and stuff like that. But I think that they do it in a way. I think Inscription just did it better.
I have something here we could sell. Look in the back, in the suspect transport enclosure.
Transporting closure. Regular people just call it the cage. The cage at the back of the motor carriage looks rather uncomfortable. 4 shiny hubcaps are stacked against the seat. Their silver edges sparkle in the dark.
I confiscated these 4 a little while back. We can take them to the pawn shop down by the Martinez Canal.
What are those things? What do you mean you confiscated them? You said something about a pawn shop? Thanks, I appreciate your help.
There are spinner hubcaps, frivolous things you put on your wheels. When the wheels come to a stop, the caps keep on spinning. There's no real use for them, it's just for vanity.
I remember when these were so popular when I was in high school. I used to see this shit all the time, dude. But not on any of the kids' cars, on like their parents' cars. I'd go to Walmart and I'd see someone drive up and stop so that they would spin. And it was like, bro, that shit, I always thought it was like, the first time I saw it, I was like, oh, that's cool. I like that. And then the more and more and more I saw it, I thought it was so lame. And I think that most people thought they were lame because they fell out of fashion fast, dude. And now you don't see that shit anywhere. They might have, I wonder if they've even made them like illegal. Not like, because I never see them now that I think about it. Congrats on 100 followers. Thank you. It happened yesterday. I'm very happy. I never thought I would get 100 followers. I never thought I would get 10 followers. So every follower is very welcome. Very welcome addition. I want to take them. You're not, Solstice. It's fine. I'm going to take them.
The lieutenant nods as you take the spinners.
Okay, man. Well, let's go see what I can get for them. I feel really bad. Like, Kim did not sign up for this. Kim Kitsuragi did not sign up for this. He does not deserve me as a partner, and I do not.
On this fine night.
I do
What
not
brings
deserve
you
him.
here?
Yes.
There's something I'd like to sell.
Roy takes the hubcaps from the lieutenant and inspects them. The spinners appear iridescent in the dancing light of his pawn shop.
Try a Gladge or something like that.
Yes, these are very, very good. Did you defraud some foreign prince for them? Jump a mesk banger? No matter.
Something like that.
I'll give you 200 real.
No one was defrauded or jumped, I assure you.
The lieutenant explains as the pawnbroker opens the register and counts the cash.
Of course, I meant no offense. 200 real for you, officer. Delightful doing business with you. Do come again.
Thank you.
He takes the cash, then turns to
Here's
you.
the 130 real you need for your bill. Do not waste it.
I mean, fair.
Anything else you're thinking of selling? Another time back.
Thank you, Kim Kitsuragi. Thank you for saving me. A welcome addition. Sounds like you're a collector of subscribers. Who's your favorite in your collection? I've got a handful. I've never been one who's like to choose, oh, this is my favorite one. Or to say like, oh, this is my best friend. Like when I was a kid, I never said, oh, this is my best friend. I think that my favorite in my collection of subscribers / followers / viewers are the viewers like you. Well, we've successfully extorted our friend. We've successfully extorted our friend to pay our drinking debts. Hope you're happy. I'm your favorite, right? Right? I'm not gonna answer that, Solstice. I don't have a favorite. I like all my viewers.
Yes. Have you got it?
I have your money.
Well,
Slam the bills down on the counter. I hope you choke on it. Here it is. Sorry for the trouble.
great. Thank you, officer. That's all I want.
Level up.
Payment for services rendered. If you continue to stay here, I just ask that you please pay your nightly bill in advance starting tomorrow. I'll unlock the electronic lock to your room. All the doors lock automatically at 9 p.m.
It damps his foot against a metal box installed in the back of the bar counter.
Please pay for each night in advance starting tomorrow.
20 real
real per night.
While I only have
I'll take a
14.
room here too.
Of course. Always happy to have officers from the RCM as guests. Anything else I can do for you?
He takes the money and hands him a key ring. That's it. I have $14, so tomorrow I need to find 6 buckaroonies. I have to. I don't want my soul to be crushed.
You should pick that fat, juicy cigarette butt from the tray, light it up, and smoke the living shit out of it.
I'm okay. What the fuck? What the fuck was that?
This is the door to the room you redecorated.
Good night, Lieutenant.
Just a moment. We should talk about our progress on the investigation. Let's go out to the balcony.
Okay. Fuck. It's always something. This is the busiest day of my fucking life.
The air outside
Do I have a
is
favorite
brisk.
game?
The lieutenant is silent for a moment. He listens to the traffic hum. Then,
No, I don't think I do. I don't think I have a favorite game. Like, if you ask me what my favorite specific game is, like, oh, what's your favorite Legend of Zelda game? Oh, my favorite Legend of Zelda game is Link's Awakening on the Game Boy Advanced. I should really finish the Switch game. I got like 2 hours in. But I can't give you like this point to one game and be like, that's my favorite game right there. I can't really think of one, you know? What game have I spent the most time playing? Probably The Binding of Isaac. Maybe League of Legends, but I don't want to know how many hours I've played League of Legends. I played The Binding of Isaac like 5,000 hours or something like that.
Now then, we should talk about the investigation. But I also feel you're a bit hazy on the RCM. Our role here, our rights, our jurisdiction, basically.
Why is she still here? Go home. He lights a cigarette. I didn't know you smoked, Kim. How do you think today went? So what are our powers exactly, the RCM?
I have a cigarette every night when I go over my notes. It's something of a ritual.
Hellfire, I agree, Salty. I played League of Legends recently, maybe like a week ago, after a substantial break. No, it wasn't a week ago. Maybe 4 or 5 days ago, something like that. And I had like not a good time. I am not having a good time with that game. It's not even like I performed well. It's not like I'm shit at the game. I just didn't enjoy what I was playing. It felt very, you know what I mean? Like just not a good game anymore. If it ever was a good game. I'm sure it was a good game. I think it still is a good game for what it is. There's a reason why it's the most popular game ever. Like MOBA, popular MOBA ever. I wonder if it's the most popular live service game ever. Like online multiplayer. I'm convinced that no one has fun with League. They're all just addicted. I think it's 50-50. Well, maybe not 50-50. I think that there is a portion of people who do have a lot of fun with the game. I think that people who exclusively play ARAM, for example, tend to have a lot more fun than anyone else. Like, everybody knows that ARAM is just for fun, you know? So, I think that there are people who do have a lot of fun with that game, but I think that the majority of people who play Summoner's Rift, the 5v5, or even play Ranked, or TFT, are not having fun. Sometimes I watch streamers and I'm like, you look miserable. You look absolutely miserable, you know? Take Lol Tyler 1, for example. Since he started playing World of Warcraft on stream, he literally hasn't even talked about League of Legends. I think that these people who stream the game or play the game are like trapped in the game. They feel like they can't play anything else without losing relevancy or losing all that skill that they've built up, right? Like, what have I put time into this game for if I'm not going to continue playing it? Because the game has never changed. It's not like they come out with League of Legends 2 like they do Call of Duty, a new Call of Duty to jump into. So, I kind of agree with you, but I also do think that there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of fun with it. What's my favorite Valve game? Portal 2. It's not even close. I never played Half-Life. I never found Half-Life interesting, even a little bit. Half-Life 1 and 2, I literally never found it interesting. The story doesn't entice me, the gameplay doesn't entice me, but I think Portal and Portal 2 are the best games that Valve has ever made. I was amazed when I realized there's one fucking map. Like, really, guys? I agree. And they had a second map that I liked more. It was 3v3, and they took it away. And then they had 5v5, 5v5, but it was capture the flag style on a circular map with 5 points, and they took that away. They took that shit away a long time ago, and I still think about it. I can't even remember the name of that map anymore, and they took that shit away. They took away that map. They took away 3v3, which was a mistake in my opinion. They took away... They changed the map. They haven't changed the map in a very long time. All that they do is they add certain rocks here. They change the terrain a little bit, but they don't really do much. I think they recently added a new boss that I don't understand nor care to understand. And just not. They're killing the game. And I think that League of Legends has to stay alive because the IP is so valuable. But did you know that League of Legends, the game, is not canon to the story? There's no story anymore related to the game. Now Arcane is canon, and everything that they wrote prior does not apply to the game. There's interactions in the game, like certain characters, certain skins will say something to another skin. It means nothing. None of it means anything. It's crazy that the game that your IP is built on is not canon to the IP. It's crazy to me. I can't imagine that. I guess I can't imagine it because it's reality, but there's no need for a Portal 3. I don't think that there's need for a Portal 3. Like people asking for Half-Life 3. Is there a need for it other than you just want there to be another game? You know? Or people asking for like a Dark Souls 4. The story's over. What do you mean Dark Souls 4? What do you mean Bloodborne 2? The story's over. There's nothing left to write. There's nothing left to play. Portal is done. The story's done. Sure, there's no need for it, and I'll live without it. But also, me want. I think what we need isn't for Valve to make a new Portal game. I think that we need like an indie dev or someone to make a new Portal game. I think that Portal, proving that it's so good, it's so beloved, and everybody's like, I would play another Portal game. Yeah, I'd play another Portal game. I think that is literally just like, hey, indie dev, hey, small studio, make a Portal game. You know what I mean? There's some great mods. I believe it. I think that the Portal idea, not just gameplay-wise exclusively, is such a open and broad thing that they can do a lot with it narrative-wise. And if we are to go off of the narrative of Portal, I think that it's very open still for a like alternate story, an alternate interpretation. But there won't be a continuation of the short story with Shell, the main character from Portal 2. I think that the Portal with GLaDOS and Aperture Science or Institute or whatever it's called is done. That's over. How about Little Nightmares? I've never played Little Nightmares. I watched snippets here and there on like YouTube Shorts and certain streamers that I would like jump in just to see what they're doing, but I've never played it. I don't know anything about it. Do you like that game, Aya? Sorry, I've got crazy hiccups right now. I think I'm just hungry. I apologize. Something of a ritual.
Oh man, he looks so devastatingly cool.
I bet he
with that
does.
cigarette.
I think I want to pick up smoking. Do you have any more cigarettes? How did you get so cool, Kim?
You mean this? This isn't cool. It's an unnecessary trial of will and unhealthy.
The light of his cigarette illuminates a fleeting smile. He flicks the ash.
Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Aya, did you ever play the game Inside? Or, what's the other game? They made a game before Inside. Let me find it real quick. Inside game. What was the name of this game? Limbo, thank you. Limbo. Did you ever play those games, Aya? That is what Little Nightmares feels like to me. From a very like basic understanding of what Little Nightmares is. It feels like a game that the creator of Limbo or Inside would make. You loved playing it though? What did you like about it? I don't think I liked Little Nightmares, which is weird because I liked Inside. Do you have any plans to play Ori soon? I don't have any money, so no. I probably can't buy a game for a month and a half, so we're just gonna rock with it. It's the truth of the matter. After I pay rent and then I immediately have to pay bills, I will have like no money, like literally none. Like I think I am gonna have to put stuff on credit. So no, I'm not going to be buying the game for a long time. And that's not an invitation to send me money or to buy me games. It's not an invitation. It's just the truth of the matter. But I have a large backlog of games. So this is a excuse to play those games, truthfully. Keeping the habit within the parameters he's given himself takes a lot of focus. It would be easier to simply quit.
Yet, were he to quit, he would lose the cool factor. This man relishes his cool quite a bit below it all.
I actually don't think... I think it would be harder to quit. It's if he has conditioned himself to only ever have a cigarette while reading his notes. It would be harder to quit because his brain... He would do his notes and his brain would be like, oh, you need a cigarette. And so not having a cigarette would make him not want to do his notes. And if he only ever has a cigarette while he's going over his notes, then his brain has associated them together. And if he's not doing his notes, he doesn't want a cigarette. I have Inside or Limbo, one of them. I haven't finished playing it yet. I like both of them. I think that they're really good puzzle platformers. I think that they're very good examples of what a puzzle platformer should be. I liked Little Nightmares because it was creepy and I got to experience it with chatters. Aya does stream, but Aya hasn't streamed in a long time. I went to Aya's channel and there was like a single clip on there. But I think I'll play Little Nightmares if you like it. I'll add it to the list right now. Yeah, let me type it in right here. Little Nightmares. I'll add it to the list. Might as well, right? You looked at my channel? Oh no. I saw that. I thought that you streamed more often, so I went to check, but you didn't have any VODs, and you had a clip, but I don't even remember if I watched it or not. Gonna be real with you. Right then, the debrief.
Yes. It's been a long and eventful day.
It has been. It's been a very long day. How do you think today went?
Well, we inspected the victim's body, so that's good. It was not easily approachable in that state, but we did it.
And we're done with the body.
I would say our initial inspection was very thorough, and we have solid leads to follow up on.
Do we?
Then you shot the body down, which was quite the shot.
Quite the shot! Damn straight. I'm a sharpshooting cop. It was nothing, really. I was just doing my job. I was inspired by your confidence in me, Kim. I just can't wait to shoot more shit. I think I was born with a gun in my hands.
I admit I wasn't sure whether I should give you the gun, but I'm glad I did. Your shot enabled us to perform a field autopsy on the victim. We found some things we can really work with. I still feel like we missed something, but it's up to the boys in processing now. We did perform a thorough search of the crime scene. That's great.
You followed Aya. Oh. Solstice, I don't think you should be asking, what do you play? I think you should be asking, when do you stream? Because from what I understand, Aya, doesn't stream very often. Salty is very scary. I still feel like we missed something as well.
Now, as for interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez,
God, it's so fucking loud, dude. This game gets loud as fuck. Like, the music is so much louder than fucking Kim is right now. I'm turning this shit down, dude. Music volume. Fucking go down. Damn. It's hard to keep a schedule. I agree. It is hard to keep a schedule. There have been many days where I've not wanted to stream, or I felt like it's taking up too much of my time, but I've done it anyway. Everybody always says that if you want to do it, you got to do it. And I agree. If you want to be a streamer, if you want to stream, if you want to do the online thing, then you got to do it. You can't just sit here and be like, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to do it. You just got to do it. You know what I mean? Just like with writing a book or if you wanted to make a comic or if you wanted to make a game or something, you can't constantly be talking about, I want to do it. You have to do it. And I'm not talking about you. Sorry if that came off that way. I meant me. I have so many like, oh, I want to be this, or I want to be that. And I never do it. And you have to do it. I know someone that hasn't streamed since April. They're probably not coming back, Solstice. They streamed last in December. Oh, did they? It's my forte. Unlike most comps, I understand how important communication is in our work of line. Now, as for my interviews, my list of people to talk to here in Martinez, it takes a deep drag and looks at the city. The initial interviews, yes, well, we talked to some people.
Not always the right people, I'm afraid.
I think we didn't talk to anybody correct.
We weren't able to find the union leader, Everard Clare, much less interview him. So that's on the to-do list for tomorrow.
That's true.
We talked to Joyce Messier, but didn't get any information from her. I have a feeling Joyce knows how dangerous the situation really is. We have to get her to talk to us.
We do.
Above all, though, today was exhausting. What's with all the running? You run a lot. Is that a stand-up person for practice?
I do run a lot.
I have a really good theory about why you're running so fast, son. Just you wait until we get up tomorrow.
I'm running because I have something to prove. They probably aren't coming back, especially since they stream like every day, but I won't unfollow them just in case. I appreciate that. I'm kind of the same way with YouTubers, not necessarily streamers. I barely follow anyone on stream. I follow like maybe 5 or 6 people total. And sometimes I'll follow a new person, but just out of like respect. But YouTubers, I'll stay subscribed to a YouTube channel even if I lose interest in them or even if they stop uploading for years, and then finally I'll be like, it's time, and I'll unsubscribe. Like I was subscribed to, I think, Markiplier for years, and I stopped watching his videos, and I finally was like, I'm never gonna watch. My sub feed is just flooded every day with like 1 or 2 videos. I need to unsubscribe. I haven't watched this guy in like 5 years. I need to just stop. And I do that periodically. But I feel like it feels bad. It feels like I'm cutting my friend off. You know what I mean? It feels weird. And sub to like 50 people I haven't watched since high school. It's time to clean that out, Salty. I think I'm currently subscribed to 20 people, maybe 25 people, and if they stop uploading, I unsubscribe. I have changed my ways. I'm a lot more strict with it now. It's too sad. Just unsubscribe. You're not gonna watch them. But what I will say is, my subscription feed feels lonely, and my taste in YouTube videos has become very specific. I like a very certain type of creator, and it doesn't matter what the topic, but I like when they fit this kind of like what I'm comfortable with, what I enjoy relaxing to, and unfortunately there aren't a lot of videos in that field. I will try, I will experiment, I'll get new channels, I'll try new videos, I'll try new playlists or whatever, but I'm finding that I love YouTube. I love watching YouTube, and I'm finding that I spend more time scrolling on YouTube than I do actually watching YouTube now. Kind of like Netflix, like how people pay for Netflix, but they spend more time looking for a movie than they do watching a movie. I feel the same way with YouTube now, and this is like a recent development. This is like within the past 6 months. I feel like YouTube has kind of died for me, and I'm just not finding content that I enjoy anymore. I don't know if it's me or if YouTube's algorithm fucking sucks or what the deal is, you know what I mean? But it's pretty frustrating because I pay like $15 a month for YouTube, and I used to use it every day, all the time. I don't like to waste time, you know? My mind moves fast. The rest has to try to keep up. I'm training for a long-distance run. I want to raise money for charity. Yeah, that's just how we roll in Precinct 41. I don't know why I do the things I do, Lieutenant Kitsuragi.
It's impressive, especially for a man your age. And in those hills.
He nods thoughtfully, tapping his finger on his cigarette.
Nice shoes, by the way. I like the green. Goes with the orange.
He looks at your snakeskin shoes and smiles suddenly.
They're quite limited, actually. The
Welcome
power
back.
officers of the Revachol Citizens Militia exercise most frequently is imposing fines of up to 1,000 real for offenses, in accordance with an interdepartmental schedule.
1,000 real. Why not more? Wouldn't that be an easy power to abuse?
The RCM's primary role is to ensure safety. We are not really supposed to play any part in the economic structure of Revachol. Yes, although indirectly, as citizens can always request records from their local station. Officers of the RCM have been known to take bribes of less than the prescribed fine amount. It undermines trust in the RCM. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station cold sleep. It prevents confusion and overcrowding.
You follow 50 people on Twitch? That's normal, I think. I've forgotten most I've followed. Just too many. A lot of people will, when they raid or when they find like someone playing a game that they like, they will follow. But then most of the time they don't go back to that channel. Like, I mean, let's look at my channel. I have on average between 5 and 12 viewers, but I have 100 followers. And it's the same viewers every day, or most every day. It's usually the same people. So that means that on average, like 90% of my followers do not watch my channel. They've either been here from raids, or I played a game that they like, and I have not played another game that they like. Like, I gained a lot of followers. I gained like 30 followers or some shit from Instars in Time. And none of them came back. It just, I stopped playing Instars in Time. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's like the nature of content creation and streaming. And that's kind of why I don't follow. Because if I'm not, if I'm not a viewer, if I'm not a chatter, if I'm not in there hanging out, I don't follow. Because I'm not just a number, you know what I mean? I want to either be a chatter or not. Like, I follow someone I'm active with, or I'm not. Does that make sense? But I've been like that with every social media. Like, on Facebook friends, if I don't care what you're posting, I'm not your friend on Facebook. Instagram, I'm not going to follow you if I don't want to see the stuff that you're making. I'm not going to follow you just because you followed me. I don't want the numbers to be, I don't want to have 60 people following me and I'm following 60 people. You know what I mean? Like on Reddit, I don't join a community just because I am associated. I'm not going to join the Final Fantasy community just because I like Final Fantasy, because I don't care what they put there. I play the games. I'm not part of the community. You know what I mean? I've always been that way with social media. I've always been that way, and so it's kind of like a specific to me thing, but I hope it makes sense. I try my best to watch everyone I follow, even after they stop playing the games I like. Well, yeah, like I stopped playing One Shot, and you continue to hang around, and I appreciate that. I do appreciate you guys for hanging out with me, though, you know? I'm glad that we could find some level of mutual entertainment here. We can arrest people, of course, but rather than bringing someone in directly, it's preferable to serve a station call slip. It prevents confusion and overcrowding. Wait, how can you be sure that the arrestee will show up?
You can't. Those who don't show up become fugitives, though, and have fewer legal rights when they are eventually caught. It's about power projection. Thus far, they seem to mostly show up.
I see, and if someone resists?
We are permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal.
That's because I watch you, Bumner. I appreciate that you follow me. Yeah. I do watch you, though, Bumner. And I like you. You're one of my favorite streamers. Oh, thank you very much. Most of the time you play games I like, and even if you don't, I still enjoy talking to you about the rest of the chat. I think that our chat is better because I have the people in here talking that I do. I think that half of Twitch, half of streaming is chatting. half of watching someone is not watching them play a game. If I just wanted to watch you play a game, I would watch a Let's Play on YouTube where there's no interaction. I just watch someone play. Half of Twitch is the fact that it is live. Not just what the streamer is doing, but what the chat is doing as well. And so I think that this chat is better because we have people here talking. And people here that talk to each other. Another thing, I think I've said this before, but on Twitch, there's like two types of streamers. There's those that interact with chat, and there's those that do not ever interact with chat. People who play live games like Call of Duty or League of Legends or Overwatch, I have noticed that, or Marvel Rivals now, I have noticed that they don't interact with chat very much. Some of them do. I'm not going to generalize them that intensely, but like when I watch League of Legends streamers, they don't look at fucking chat. They don't. They don't look at chat. They don't talk to chat, and there's a lot of fucking people in there. And those chatters are not talking to each other either. There's no sense of like groupness, no sense of community. Those people are not talking to each other. They're just chatting. And I feel like when I join those streams, I have no incentive to chat because no one's going to read it. The streamer's not going to read it. No one gives a shit. People are just throwing their messages into the void. And it feels more like I'm there to give my Keck W reaction or my 07 reaction than I am to actually say anything. And so it feels like those chats, in my opinion, are emote-only mode rather than an actual chat. And then there's the chatters, the type of streamers that do interact with their chat. And their chat talks, and they send messages, and they discuss the game, and they talk to each other, and there's inside jokes, and there's memes. And those are just so much more enjoyable to me. You know? We're permitted to use whatever force we deem necessary, even lethal. Wait, so if I kill someone whilst on duty, have you ever killed anyone, Kim? Have I killed anyone? What happens to the people we convict?
You have to supply compelling evidence for why it was necessary to use lethal force. In these cases, your partner is usually your witness. Not a good position to be in, by the way. Internal Affairs handles these cases thoroughly, by cross-examining you for inconsistencies. It is hard to cover for anyone, which is for the best.
I agree.
Yes. The last time was 4 years ago.
He has internalized it well. It's just that. A fact.
True.
A self-contained past event.
That's an improbability. Perhaps even impossibility.
How is that an impossibility? I don't know if I really want to know.
Precinct 41 is known for a higher than average rate of police violence.
Really? What happens to the people we convict?
We don't convict. We arrest and send them to coalition government courts in Courant and La Delta. The prosecution works off our testimonies and records, which is why it's paramount.
Coffee with mayo in it? Why would you do that to him, Solstice? Why would you... also, how did you do that? And who makes all these rules?
The coalition government and the moral intern, more broadly. The RCM was formed by the coalition
Because
government
funny.
to restore order in the international
I
zone
hate
after
coffee,
the
dude.
revolution. So we did. Now we attempt to maintain that order. No more, no less.
His gaze is absently fixed on a window below that just went dark.
Or perhaps it is better to say we were allowed to form. It's a point of contention whether the citizens of Revachol or the coalition government founded the RCM.
Let's say it was the citizens.
Be sentimental if you like. Either way, the moral intern leases us the right to keep the peace in this city, and they will take it away if we misuse it.
What is the
Moralist
moral intern?
International are the world's largest political organization. You know who they are. They have been running this place after the revolution failed.
If I didn't know, how would you describe them?
They're a union of center-left and center-right parties across the Real Belt. Our coalition government is just one of its many projects. They also run the ICP, EPIS, most intergovernmental organizations in the world.
You know, it's amazing that we just happen to be paired up with Kim Kitsuragi, who is like a very knowledgeable and learned cop. You know what I mean? Like he knows what's going on. He is a very smart man, and it's just so good that our dumbass got paired with someone who actually knows what's going on. What do they believe in? What do you think of them?
The moral intern are a fact. I try not to have opinions on facts.
Me too.
Until they change. And it doesn't look like that's about to happen.
No, I feel the same way. I try not to have opinions on facts. Things just are.
What do they believe in? They are Dolorians. They believe they continue the humanist project set forth by Her Innocence Dolores Day 4 centuries ago. Others say they are just technocrats.
Her Innocence Dolores Day. Who the fuck? He said the Mayo coffee was terrible? Yeah, I would imagine so. The Earth is not
A
flat.
historic figure? The author of the modern age? You will have to look elsewhere.
I'm not going to prove you wrong.
The subject
It's
of
beneath me.
humanism is too abstract for me.
Arguing about stuff like that is beneath everybody. It's a waste of your time to argue those things. A historic figure, the author of the modern age, he thinks you will have to look elsewhere for opinions. The subject of humanism is too abstract for me.
Do you?
The lieutenant arches his brow, then pulls on his cigarette. It's a slim, white thing in his figures. He's been smoking this cigarette for like 30 in real life minutes. Things are bad out there, point of the city. We need them here, giving us the right to police Rebishal. They've done an awful job here. Have you seen the place? This isn't humanism. We are stooges of the world's biggest bourgeois organization, protecting bourgeois rights. Mutter silently. Immigrants, liberal kips, fucking men are turning into women. On second thought, I don't have an opinion. I think this one, honestly, I think that people expect nothing from the police here. Expect nothing from the RCM because they are given no power, because they are given no authority. Tells people, hey man, this is what's going to happen. And I think it's because that authority has no presence. The fucking, what are they called? Moral intern. People don't respect them. They run their own shit. The city runs itself. The moral intern isn't here. Fuck the moral intern. So when the moral intern sends the RCM to do something, people are like, who the fuck are you? And I think that their lack of presence is what is causing this type of shit. So I'm going to say this one.
In fact, we would need them even if you didn't think that way. We are in what is called the twilight of international law. The laws we claim to enforce come from the MI. Without them, we are simply vigilantes.
That's true too. Maybe we should make our own law. Actually, vigilantes is okay with me. Vigilantism is not a good idea. Vigilantes does sound bad.
Sadly, it is what we already are to the people of Martinez. Most of them, at least, especially the Union. Vigilantes. I expect our job here to prove quite challenging.
It's crazy to me that people think that. Think what? That the Earth is flat? Yeah.
The dying lights of the city shimmer below. Slowly, like luminous clouds, they pass on his lenses. The lieutenant looks at his slim cigarette, contemplating the next drag.
How long is this game? About 21 hours, except I'm playing exceptionally slow, so you can probably imagine like 30.
The whiskers of
30 from me.
on the ground.
I don't know how far we are.
Kitsuraga's
Maybe
glasses
a third of the
light up
way?
as he
I have
looks
no
to the
idea.
sky. Two glowing circles.
Anyone in chat? Could anyone in chat tell me how far we are into this game?
They really don't like us here. And the mouth on that kid, Kuno. It's different in land, in Jamrock and the GRIH.
Bulls on the cigarette. You're just finishing day one, and about how much percentage would you say? 1/100th of the way? Sure. Wow, it's going to take a while. I don't think of games and how long they take to beat. I do in like estimating. I took 5 days, but I've heard people take 7. Wow. I don't think that each day is going to take the same amount of time, though. I think that, yes, it will, because time only advances when you're talking to people. But a lot of this has been me, like, running around. What do I do here? What is that? What is that? What is that? What is that? You know what I mean? Because idiot cop with amnesia. But I think that the game will pick up in speed as we play, and we have more things to go off of. So much of it has just been trying to even find leads, not even chasing any leads. You know what I mean? It might take me 5 or 6 days. Yeah, I would imagine so. 7 sounds like a lot. Anyway, I don't think of I do think of games in like how long does it take me to beat, because I can estimate how many streams, right? So like I knew that 9 Souls was going to take me about 32-ish hours, so I was like, okay, I could stream this for like a week or two. You know what I mean? But I don't think of games in like, oh man, this is going to take a long time to get through. This is going to take a while to beat, because I'm just kind of playing it. You know what I mean? I don't necessarily want to just finish and then move on, and then finish and then move on, and then finish and then move on. You know what I mean? I'm just kind of playing it.
It's our fault for leaving this place to the dogs, to the union, to the company, not daring to come here more often. This place has fallen between the cracks, the jurisdictions of our 2 precincts. We run this city. West of the river is RCM land.
He looks at the dark silhouette of the equestrian monument cutting into the night sky.
It's incredibly hard. Human beings are...
He shakes his head.
But we are in control, and it's worth it. The organization works. Our systems work. If they didn't, the city would disintegrate.
I hope our investigation will help improve the situation here. At least do some good.
Me too. But I wouldn't count on any drastic changes in our lifetimes.
He is very tired, but the dark circles under his eyes make him look younger, not older.
What do you mean, do you like space?
Yeah, it's getting very cold now.
Alright, we did it. Puts out the stub of his cigarette and looks to the door. I like Kim Kitsuragi. I like him. I think he's a good person. I think he's a good man. He's doing what's right. And he's trying. See you in the morning, Kim. He's doing what he can. And I think that's all that he can do. Damn, oh shit, I got 2 skill points? Fuck yeah. Also, Earth is space. That's true. Earth is in space, yes. What did I pick up here? Oh, handwritten note from the fridge. A handwritten note you found from the giant ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it.
The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. The kitchen magnets have left spots on its surface. Someone has scribbled, S. I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe.
Fucking Kuno.
You find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home, ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sulislav.
Sulislav. What a name. Who wrote that
According
note?
to the note, someone named Sulislav. Perhaps someone who belonged to the defunct radio computer company.
But why do they leave a filament lying in that freezer?
Sounds like a question for a detective.
Okay, interfacing. What's a filament memory?
Doesn't specify. It's part of a radio computer. When not in use, filaments are stored at temperatures below 0.
Okay. I've got what I need. Find money for rent. You'll need to find 20 real to pay for your room, or it will be locked after 2100. As long as you don't have a free place to stay, you do this every night. Okay, but my question is, why could I not have stayed? I really thought I should have been able to stay in like the abandoned place, the abandoned bro, when he sees this fucking room, they're gonna send the biggest bill ever. Holy shit, dude.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting.
Crawl in.
But it's you.
The sheets do
The
look
sheets
awful.
feel at once coarse and clammy against your
Ew.
skin. The bed sags beneath your weight as you stretch out and finally close your eyes.
I do be spacing a little bit here and there. I like space. I I don't really...
Then sleep. And then sleep doesn't come.
But I want to sleep.
Obviously, you're in bed with your eyes closed, but it's not happening.
Why?
Maybe it's the bed's fault.
Check the
Its
pillow.
synthetic filling has separated into hard lumps. The pillowcase smells oddly. Smells of alcohol and sweat and grease.
Check the
It
blanket.
barely covers your toes, stretching over your soft belly. This is your body here, intimate and warm, breathing.
Really? I like mechs. I play Armored Core 6. You're going to keep making that joke until I die, aren't you? I was at a party and I asked Bumner, so what do you do? Do you do anything? And I was talking about work. I was talking about, like, school. And Bumner goes, oh, I play Armored Core 6. That's what I do. Until one of us dies. Okay, all right. It'll be me.
A bit tense in the muscles. Relax.
Roll over on your
It's
other
a little
side.
better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it?
You want Monka Heli? Yeah, you can have Monka Heli. I thought I could avoid this. Here's the full name. Monka Heli watches Wide People Happy smokes while running over civilians of Chicago, and Fat Dank Peepo is also there. It's so long, I can't even... It says also the ... It's so long, I can't even see it. There you go. You can have Monka Heli watches People Wide Happy smokes while running over civilians of Chicago. Oh, if I hover over it. And Fat Dank Peepo is also there too. That's the whole thing. Also there too. Is Wajas live? Are you watching Wajas right now? Playing Dark Souls 3? Okay, I see. It's a little better. Colors, scenes, and half-formed phrases still litter your mind. Part of you is still trying to solve the case, isn't it? Who killed him? Who?
Something to do with... What was it that the lieutenant said? Union? And it's gone again. Your thoughts lost between the slowing brain waves. Your breathing steadies. A great silence washes over you until your eyelids twitch in your sleep and images start forming.
You mean we start dreaming? Oh, are we gonna see a dream? What the fuck? Oh, it's me.
Do you remember the scent of your childhood?
Is that what we sound like? Is that the voice that we gave the dead man? Is that our voice? What is this? I was born in a hospital where people usually go to die.
Do you remember your wife's hand on your face?
You said who?
You know who I am. I'm the bad day. The one where you ask her, and then later in the streets, wandering. It's the worst day of all time, Harry dear. And it's coming. She will hear about it on the phone. Reality will turn into a grotesque nightmare. This will be the last thing you did to her. Tell me, do you remember the love of your life? That's right, Funky Baby.
Funky Baby.
And you just stood there. One hand on the bottle and the other on your dick. Watching her go. Let it all be dragged away from you. Tell me, where are your friends? Human beings have friends, Harry boy. Where the hell are yours?
Solstice. They just revealed that our name is Harry, which means that you spoiled that shit. You spoiled that shit, Solstice. Celeste speedrun win? Why are you saying Celeste speedrun? Why are you... What? Stop spoiling shit, Solstice. Every game... You spoil something every game. Stop spoiling. I can get it all back. I don't want to come back.
No, it's gone. 3 times.
We talked
gone
about
and
this.
Never coming back. You failed.
Solstice, you spoil something like every game.
You
Don't nut
failed
on me.
Elysium.
I'm playing the game. Elysium? What is Elysium?
Everything. The pale and the useless. On the surface.
I didn't know anything about this game.
The outer
Interesting.
magnetosphere. Burning, furious truth. 8,000
Also, I've never
years
spoiled once.
of
Okay,
written
all right.
history.
I see why you believe the Earth is flat now. First day back and Solstice is already spoiling. It's true. It's true.
You really dropped the ball, Harry. 4.6 billion people. And you failed every single one of them. You really fucked up.
I've talked to you before.
No, Harry. You were just talking to yourself.
Tell me one time I spoiled something.
That's all you ever do. Even in your dreams. And the act is wearing thin. The spots of the disco ball fade around you. You'll be back in those cold snakeskins in no time. Sweating up the bed. Stinky boy.
Stinky boy.
You're not coming back from shit. Thrashing around in that high conductivity state of yours. Bumping into things and acting like a clown. Who are you kidding?
I'm trying to solve this case.
You're trying to what? I can't hear you. This is just a word dream now. Jumbled up garbage. The pictures are gone. The bed rises.
Wow,
to
good
meet
one,
you.
Bumner. You tell him.
Thin, sleep-like state. More glass than velvet. Grinding in your head.
You tell him, Bumner. You know, at that same party, Bumner told me that happened. And he was like, one day, Solstice, a guy named Fading Solstice, is going to join your stream. And he farted on my lunch.
So something is wrong. Sleep shouldn't be this bad, this dry, this unnourishing. There's something wrong with your thoughts. Some kind of new type of hangover.
My full legal name is true. I know that we call you Solstice, but I called you your full legal name, like your mom would call you. God, there's another type? I think it's alcohol withdrawal. I think that's what we're going through.
Oh yes, party boy.
Party
Much
boy.
Worse than the one before. Just think of the shit you saw. Here it comes too. So soon already. A silent alarm goes off in your head like clockwork.
You're
Barely
dropping
let you
the
sleep at all.
you're dropping the
Time to get those clothes
underscore.
Time to go to work in the shit factory.
That's how I feel about going to work tomorrow. I don't want to go to work tomorrow. I mean, I do. I want to go and I want to, you know, make money and do my job, but like, I don't want to deal with the repercussions of my boss quitting. That shit's gonna suck. I don't want to be called into the office and be told that I'm the boss now. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
Good going, buddy.
Oh my God, what the hell was that? I just had the most beautiful dream. Uplifting, rejuvenating. Is that how it's going to be now when I close my eyes?
Oh, just a dream. You have ones
You
like that
are the
all
captain
the
now.
time.
It really is
You
that
feel
way,
even
Zero.
worse this morning
Welcome
than
to the
you
stream,
did
Zero.
last night.
What the hell is going on with me?
You mean, why are you so tired? Too tired and down to even think? It is worrying, isn't it? You can't be a detective like this. Detectives need to be able to think.
That's not really it. That's not it. Really, I feel super good. Why is this happening?
It's just that your heart has finally pumped all the speed out of your system, Buster. Time to get some more. You're too weak to say no.
Ooh, failure.
Waking up is the worst part. Maybe somewhere down the line you could decline.
I'm not gonna take
Are you
fucking
sure?
speed, guys.
Ready to live as this pathetic shell of yourself for days?
What do you mean zero
Basically,
following
a
me?
week. Let's be honest. 2 weeks. Maybe 3.
Hello, soon to be
You
fading
won't
solstice.
make it.
And salty.
Half the town
That's a
will be
good
dead
one.
by then.
That was a good one, Zero.
You will be fired.
Ready to live in this pathetic shell of yourself. Basically, a week. Let's be honest, 2 weeks, maybe 3. You won't make it. Half the town will be dead then. You'll be fired. Opt out. That's a lie. I can do this without the speed. Half the town won't be dead. You gotta have willpower. You gotta have willpower.
Suit yourself. Slow, sad shell man.
Yeah,
See
Solstice,
how
you
do
literally
without
said
your
that you're
spark.
changing your name, and then you're like, what do you mean I'm changing my name? What are you talking about? Okay, let's see. Is there anything new in here? Of course not. There's a door here.
A mirror hangs. on the
Oh,
bathroom
Jesus
wall.
Christ.
In it,
He
your
jump
face,
scared me.
Adorned with the
We brought
expression.
Zero in to end you. Oh, shit. You're changing your name to Salty Cajun? Not to Fading Solstice. That's a terrible name. Okay, all right. 42%, 3%, 3%. Dig deep into your mind and locate the source of the expression.
It belongs in
Nice.
the 3rd decade of the current century. Enough time had passed from the failure of the revolution that, for a fleeting moment, free market economy seemed like the ultimate, uncontested way of life for our species. Things were good. It was smooth sailing. People made gold and champagne-tinted interiors and facades to suit the times, calling this the new style. But more importantly,
Disco.
happened. Forget about ostentatious orchestrations. For Revachol, your city, that meant only one thing. Guillaume le Million.
Guillaume Le Million.
If
What
it
a
doesn't
name.
rhyme, you're not pronouncing it right.
Oh, shit.
Out of the dazzling swirl of disco music, in an open-air boîte de nuit, somewhere in Revachol West, Guillaume's blonde mane appeared on the screen. He sang some bullshit. Then he made the expression.
Solstice, didn't you already say you're changing your name to Salty Cajun? So when are you going to do it? It's been a month. That's true, Aya. When Solstice made that joke, today, a couple messages ago, I was like, oh, you watch other streamers? So, oh, I see. You could change your name to Salty Solstice. You are very Salty Solstice. That's true. You're no longer fading. You actually have been sticking around a long time for something that's fading. So you are very salty, though. It's true. You know what you should change your name to, Solstice? You should change your name to Fun Fact. You should change your name to Fun Fact, I think. So I adopted it. Why? I feel the need to add a clicking sound when I make it. Click, click. How long ago was the new? Anything else, like who I am? Why did I become a cop? Why did I drink myself into oblivion? Does this have anything to do with the ostentatious orchestrations?
You have some understanding. Of
Fun
the
fact,
way
Solstice.
history
There we
is.
go. That's a good
Plus
one. That's a
the
good one.
trivia you picked up
Yeah.
along the way.
I think
Episodic memory, however, remains
I think
in the dark. It may
you need to
never
come up with some
return.
fun facts
You
about
should
the
prepare
word
yourself for
solstice,
that.
actually. I think that would help. No. Yes, I made 50 fun facts in a 1-hour stream once, but still. Bro, you're literally just Googling fun facts, and then you're just throwing them in there, aren't you? I'm so cold. My feet are freezing. Even though my AC is set to like 73 Fahrenheit. Solstice comes from the word sol, which is Latin for sun. No way. What about stis? Tell me about the stis. How long ago?
There is a vast ocean of time between right now and the expression. Looking good on you. Or
2
anyone.
decades?
2 decades, if the calendar is to be trusted. Humanity has run aground in that time. It's a different world now. The expression is a relic. It doesn't have to be. You can swoon
Guillaume
over
le
Guillaume's
Million.
champagne-corked smile whenever you want to. Maybe some of the stardust will return.
Maybe I can stop making that fucking face. Finger pistols 9mm internalized. Okay, so I need to... Okay, well, what do they give me? -2 savoir-faire. -1 logic, head in the clouds. But what's the reward? I guess I won't know. Okay, what does this do? +2 empathy towards Kim Kitsuragi. +1 esprit. All endurance white checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Learning cap for perception raised to 5. Speed gives 1 psi. Okay, well, I'm not going to be taking speed, and I don't want to forget it. Can I... it's so fucking lame. I don't want to forget it. I just want to not unequip it. Can I unequip it? No, I can't. I have to spend a point. Well, I don't want to spend a point. But I do want to do more. Fuck me. Okay, I'll keep thinking about it. Yes. Good fun facts. Me pointing out that you make a lot of fun fact did not mean that I wanted more. By the way. We didn't even brush our fucking teeth. Oh shit. Okay. Fuck yeah. Alright. Okay. Hello, Kim. Good morning.
Morning.
He gives you a quick
I've
nod.
got some good news. I took care of the body. The thought of him decomposing in my MC wouldn't let me sleep.
Good, thanks. I don't know if I was ready to let him go.
I'm just glad he's gone. We have other matters.
I lost the shoes. You will be grateful for the fun facts. Okay, all right. Okay, don't scream at me. I'm sorry.
Oh well. We'll get the armored boots in another lifetime.
The Union muscle finally turned up, and they look rowdy. We need to talk to them.
Why do we need to talk to them? What do you mean rowdy? Are these the men Gart told us about yesterday?
I completely forgot. Sorry, I had a rough night's sleep. It's them by the looks of it. Loud and nasty, just like the manager said.
Okay.
One nose thread less to worry about, and one big problem to replace it.
Let's go.
One more thing before we do. We don't have to talk to them immediately. We can walk right past them, continue with our business.
Yeah, streetwise. Zoom right past. Do it on your own terms.
We might as well talk to
Aren't
them.
you curious to know what they have to say about the murder?
Yeah, why would I not speak to them? Why would I
know
miss
how
the
they
opportunity?
They think
Oh.
they own the place. Anyway, I leave that choice to you. Whatever you decide is fine by me.
I'm willing to
Just a
talk to them
moment.
right now.
She's agitated, judging from the way she keeps pulling at the frayed edge of her blanket.
And there's no public phones nearby?
The closest phone booth is down the coast. Sorry for the inconvenience, ma'am.
The cafeteria manager appears genuinely apologetic.
It's fine, I understand. Thank you anyway. I'm glad to see you again, dear.
She turns back to you with a weary smile. Good day, ma'am. Everything all right?
Please don't trouble yourself about me, sweetie. I was just hoping to make
Oh,
a call,
no.
but the Whirling's phone line isn't working.
How is... Well, Venus is closer to the sun, aren't they? Half of them were about one shot? That makes sense. It is like your favorite game, isn't it?
The Union office probably has a phone, but I can't really get there. Or to the phone booth down the coast. And Gary's phone is dead too.
What's wrong with the phone
The
line?
manager was vague about it.
Oh, Mercury is closer, but Venus is hotter? Is there a reason for that? Is it because Venus is larger, so it has a larger surface area to be heated? Venus is hotter because it has a thick atmosphere. That makes sense. I'm with it. The manager was vague about it. She frowns.
Why would he be vague about phone problems? This is something to look into later. Ask God, maybe.
To let the young woman who's house sitting for us know that we may be delayed. Morel, my husband, and our friend Gary were supposed to get back by Monday night, but they're still missing, and I haven't heard from them.
Oh no.
I was also hoping she'd heard from Morel.
She looks down. That's
A little
awful.
missing persons puzzle might just be the thing to take your mind off the hangover.
Okay, I'll bite. Has your husband gone missing before? It sounds more like a side thing. I need to take care of my main thing, then I'll get back to this.
That's just it. This isn't like him at all. He always plans his expeditions so carefully, but you have more important things to worry about.
She glances out the window toward the bay. What is this expedition your husband
Just
went
some
on?
field work, sweetie. Morel is a highly trained scientist. He and his assistant Gary are studying an extremely rare species of insect.
A lot of volcanic activity as well. That means that it still has a molten core. That's pretty cool.
But they should have returned by now. They were just going down the coast across the waterlock to set a few traps.
Across the
He said
water
they'd be
lock.
back on Monday.
Gotcha.
What could be keeping them?
Well, I solved your
The
mystery.
waterlock. That was broken. Could this be it?
The water lock to the other side of the coast is broken. They probably just got stuck over there.
Oh my. What happened to the waterlock?
Looks like some maniac crashed his motor carriage into it. Probably Jacob Irv. Wouldn't you know? Wouldn't you know it's blocked by a big butter billboard? Fell right into the water. Probably just some technical problem.
Oh, sweetie. If it weren't for you, I'd be looking forward to another sleepless night.
You're
Thank
welcome,
you from
Lena.
the bottom of my heart.
You're welcome, ma'am.
I hate to ask, but if your investigation takes you to
It
the
will.
other side of
I
the
will be
coast,
going over there.
please do keep an eye out for my husband.
Yes, some left-field scientific research is exactly what you need right now. Funk up that vanilla murder investigation.
Vanilla murder investigation.
And if
Yeah,
you see
okay.
him, let him know Lena is waiting for him
Lena.
here at the Whirling. He gets so tangled up in his work that he may not know the water lock's been repaired. And it's cold out there.
It's cold out there. If I see him, I'll let him know you're here. When or if I get there. Yeah, of course.
Oh, you're
Why would I not
such a
do that?
dear. Thank you, sweetie.
So your husband is some kind of scientist. Tell me more about morale, looks, character, your relationship. Tell me about this rare insect your husband has been looking for. You didn't notice this about me, but actually, I've lost all my memory. Now tell
Oh,
me more
dear.
about morale.
I'm not sure where to begin.
What does your husband look like?
Well, his expression is slightly grumpy, but his eyes are always bright and curious, like a small boy's. And his palms are quite coarse from all the field work, but he's quite gentle.
Have you seen the JWST photo of a star appearing multiple times due to gravity? No,
You
I've
can't
not.
go around Revachol feeling grown men's hands. If you want to find her husband, you'll need more.
His eyes are always
concrete
bright and
information.
curious. Yeah, I'll look for that with this art style, where we would never see people's eyes. Let's try again. If I were to meet him on the street, what should I look for?
Oh, well, he's a bit shorter than you, but with a larger frame. And he has longish white hair, usually a bit uncombed. You might say wild,
Uncombed.
even.
The lieutenant pulls out his notebook and begins jotting down the woman's description.
One other thing, he'll likely have all kinds of field gear on him, even if he's not out in the reeds, you know, just in case. I hope I've been useful.
Okay, that's everything I need from her. I can get much more later if I
Let
need
me
it.
handle this.
The woman says to the crowd in the mess hall before turning to
You seem a
you.
little different today. Less hospitable.
You are far from home, Lieutenant. This isn't a district known for its love of self-proclaimed militiamen.
You're not a gardener. Enough. Let's talk seriously. I mean no trouble. I'm here to do my job, that's all. You're right, Lieutenant. She did seem friendlier sitting on that corner.
Not a muscle moves in her face, but her eyes trace yours.
Should I write some
Stern
more?
and
Sure.
Deceptive.
You are looking for Titus Hardy, who you think has information on a murder the RCM is investigating. You want to interview him.
She points to the man standing in the middle of the room. Him? This guy right here that's like weirdly leaning? Look, that is not... The gravity does not work right here. What is he leaning on? Is he like on the very edge of his butt cheek right there? What's happening? And also, like, why is he hovering over the seat? Why not put him right here? We'll do after stream.
Thanks,
Okay.
Titus.
If it's
Talk to
that
him,
much, then
but
don't.
know this.
I'll
I'll
Google
be keeping
it.
an eye on you. No strong arming, nothing official. The District of Martinez does not recognize your authority to make arrests.
Who are you to say that? Who are you to say that to me?
It doesn't matter if you recognize our authority. We will make an arrest if we have to.
Yeah, it doesn't matter what you feel about the law.
She says nothing. Her glare speaks for her.
What's your role in all this? What if I want to talk to you, not Titus? What are you going to do to me? Why are you so aggressive?
Obviously, I'm a lawyer. A legal counselor for the dock workers
You're a
union.
lawyer?
I would urge you to consider what you say to my clients. What you want is of no significance, officer. Don't test your authority. In Martinez,
Wow.
you are no one.
Yesterday she was so cool. She was so much nicer and compliant. What the fuck? What? What? It's a bowl. They're spitting it, reeking of tobacco. Disgusting. Photos of men in overalls, toting guns, and Union placards. This is what I studied law for? If you studied law, then you should know. You see hawthorn bushes outside. 2 in the chest and down he goes. No way I'm going back to Jamrock. So, which one was it, man? Okay, I guess I'll talk to you.
This is where you say your bed.
A broad-shouldered man points at you with a beer can.
Detective.
The lieutenant acknowledges you with a sharp note. He's leaving it to you. First, we need to talk about your attitude. We just need to talk about the hanged man out back.
Oh, this is about him. A real looker, that won't.
Are you surprised that we're here about the murder? Was there another crime that you were expecting us to talk to you about?
You sure took your time, huh? Waited for him to get real ripe and pretty for you.
Okay, shut the fuck up, Hanky. I'm talking to fucking Titus here.
Oh, he was a real pretty boy. Hanging up there, letting out that pretty boy smell.
You guys need to shut the fuck
I
up.
can't for the life of me understand why you did it. I mean, I would have just left him up there. You must really like cleaning up other people's shit.
You might want to start asking your questions now. It's not going to get better than this.
Fuck all these people. Fuck all these people.
Do a head count first. Connect these men to the tracks you saw.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Chances
6,
are they're
7,
going to
8. Scan the room.
Starting from the right. Boot size 44. Blonde man in his 30s. Overbearingly masculine. Sitting on his right. Standard working boots.
They
Size
painted him
45 or
so
46.
dark.
Eldest in the room,
Like
probably mid-50s.
like cartoonishly dark. Why did they paint him like this?
Across at the other table, hobnailed working boots. Size
This man?
43.
Or this man?
Gang tattoos. Mesk or Sarah Mauritian in his late 30s. Early, and then standard working boot. Steel reinforced toes. Size 46. The big dick.
The big
Wide
dick.
at the shoulders and lean at the hips. Rugby cap. Fingerless gloves. And numerous scars. A little under 40.
He's under 40? Bro looks like he's under 50, maybe.
The emblem on his vest says Rowing Club. A little patch below it reads
Captain of the
T.
rowing club,
Hardy,
huh?
Captain.
It's not all caps. I just screams penis into chat real quick.
In the far corner, standard work.
I like to imagine.
Steel reinforced toes. Size 44. 40-something.
There you go.
Alcoholic beverage in hand. You squint. Is that a plectrum?
Plectrum? I like to imagine that Aya is watching me on mobile and is not on the phone and like doing like making a book or something and was like penis. That's how I imagine it just went down.
On his neck. Forget it. It's not important.
What's a plectrum?
Let's
Plectrum.
call this one the musician.
An instrument?
Size 41.
This one.
With the light step. Not a child, after all. An older man with a rat face, mean, watery
So
eyes,
accurate,
and
hell
two
yeah.
front teeth missing. In the middle, heaving and wheezing. Big guy, boot size 46, deep marks. Probably carried the victim over. He alone is 130 kilos. Add the man in armor, and you could easily exceed 220.
Okay. So these are the killers. Or if they didn't kill him, they're the ones who at least hung him up.
In conclusion, these 7 are the actors on the crime scene. The footprints were theirs, but there's a discrepancy. Exactly. You've stood there for about 4 seconds, not saying anything. Hit them with questions.
Where's the
Where's
eighth
the 8th
Hardy?
The fuck is with you, fella?
Titus is staring at you with his head tilted. I found 8 sets of footprints, but there's only 7 of you. Where's the 8th Hardy boy?
What are you talking about, madman? There's no 8th Hardy boy. There's 7 of us, and we're all here.
He sizes you up.
Or what? You want to be the 8th Hardy boy? We ain't hiring.
He shakes his head.
Actually, boss, we've been talking and we think she could maybe...
She? So there's an 8th Hardy, and it's a Hardy girl? Who might it be? Elizabeth? The gardener?
Why does it look like she's not wearing shoes? Do you see that? It's really hard to tell. But it kind of looks like she just has, like, her feet are so thin. Like, these are very obviously shoes, but these don't look like shoes. They look like just, like, do you see that? It looks like just, like, smooth nothing. It might just be the way that it's, like, in the shadow, and I can't really see what's happening here, on my screen at least, but very not shoes. Do you see it? Your shoes don't look like that? No.
Shut the fuck up, Glenn! I do the talking here. Now what the fuck do you want, cop?
I do the talking here.
It has to be good, if he won't let you pursue it. Looks like the lieutenant thinks so too.
So let me get this straight. There is an 8th Hardy boy. It's a she, and you don't like us talking about her?
That's right. We're not talking about
Fuck
this.
you,
This
Titus.
is private Hardy boys matter. Nothing to do with
Wow.
your shit. And
He points to the lieutenant.
you're not cops here. Don't go digging around if you don't want a bullet in the back of your head.
Wow, threatening a member of the law.
Good. We are all watching each other. Officer, your question.
The lieutenant adjusts his spectacles.
There's no point in pushing it further, he thinks. This is already a victory. We'll learn more about this 8th Hardy sooner or later.
Yeah, I think so too. I don't need to accuse them. I think that they know that we think that they did it. Footwear is important. When is Creature's birthday? Sometime in June. I get an email. I think it's like June 11th. I'm not exactly sure. I get an email from my vet that's like, it's Creature's birthday. And I'm always like, oh, it's your birthday. And I go out and I buy him a treat. Or I spend time with him or something like that. He never understands what's happening, of course.
I've got nothing to say to you. Why are you wasting your time?
Are you the
I am
Hardy
not.
girl? She says
You could be
dryly.
Liz. You could be anything. You could even be a model.
Wow, Glenn.
Even a mod? Glenn, I went to law school. I am an attorney.
He's right. With a face like that, she could be on the cover of Le Debutante International.
With a face like that, as she's like a low poly, unrendered, unfinished model. Yeah, with a face like that. He's right, you know, you're very pretty. Get a grip, Glenn. She went to law school.
So fucking what? Lots of models are actually really smart people.
That's true.
fuckwad.
It's true.
No, Glenn, they aren't.
Wow.
It's not her. She's not a Hardy girl. Definitely.
Okay. I need to find the Hardy girl. Is it you? Are you the Hardy girl? She was lying to me.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Carl doesn't know his child's birthday? Okay, look. I don't really think about it that seriously. He's a cat, okay? I found him in the woods. His birth is ambiguous. It's wait, who the fuck? What? Who is that? What? Cats are more important than humans? It's not true.
An inconspicuous pile of the roofing material, Eternite. It's nothing. Someone just left some roofing.
A sound of melting snow dripping off the roof. It's strange. How do I get up here? How do I get up here? How do I get up here and talk to this woman? What the fuck? What? Child services on the way. Because I don't remember his birthday. Come on, guys.
Every snowflake is like a little gift from the sky.
So will you? You think he can just read?
The ship takes off like a silvery mosquito, unfolding its rotor blade arms. She mumbles reading, then puts down the soft cover.
Yes? Hello?
Yes? Hello?
Me? No one. I'm just a working class woman.
She doesn't really want to be disturbed that much. If she's such a working class woman, why isn't she working?
Not all the time. Right now I'm browsing books. Even a working class woman needs something to read.
Good.
It is. I know you are.
Do you need the help of a policeman?
What with?
What with? A lot of things. For example, people tend to go missing.
This is a waste of my fucking time.
Nods.
What a massive waste of my time. Alright, anyway.
What have you found?
Plaisance, I figured it out.
By the books, there may be teachings in them.
Okay, alright. I talked to the entity you told me about. Her name is Neha, and she's a novelty dice maker.
Dice maker? Well, spit it out. Why does she need the dice?
It doesn't make sense with the timeline sources. The murder occurred and then we appeared 4 days later. She's not a sorceress or some malicious entity. She's a businesswoman, just like you. No, ma'am, I have felt her aura. She is not the one to blame for this curse. She may be involved, but I don't have a way to question the malignant entity further.
I don't understand. If it's not her, then where is the source of the doom? How did she explain the curse?
There's no
The narrative
curse.
She's built herself. It does need tearing.
Yes, let's do it.
She's squeezing on the pendant too tight. A drop of blood in her palm.
What?
Just don't say you don't have any answer yet. The uncertainty is killing her. To hell with it. Perchance you ought to just lie, sire.
She says there is no curse because there are too many inconsistencies. She said it's just capitalism. Bankruptcy is a quirk of our economic system. The source is the taxidermist shop. He became involved in arts darker than taxidermy and brought the void spirits down upon this place. Honestly, I don't have any answers yet. There are still leads to be followed, like the strange radio computer thingy. There is another entity, more malignant, pulling the strings in Martinez. Perhaps in my travels I will cross paths with it.
Wait, what? The entire economic system is cursed?
She's so fucking dumb. Do you have any leads? Barely. I'm afraid that only world revolution can help you. Yes, the system must be cleansed of immigrant labor. It's true, we live in a precarious world. Nothing ever turns out right. You need to get used to chaos. What I meant was, I found the source of the doom. Forget about the economy thing.
You found a way to fix our entire economic system?
Yes, I
or
called
are
up.
you talking about the building?
Yes, I called upon the spirit of Guillaume Le Million to banish the curse in a flash of disco brilliance. Yes, I de-spooked it. The curse is definitely gone. I'm afraid that I can only identify the source, but you have to call some other experts to lift the curse.
What does that mean? Are you certain? Oh, but who am I to question your methods?
She looks at you with sudden admiration.
All that matters is that the energies are retreating. I can already feel.
You can feel it. You can feel the fake thing you made up leaving.
We're fully free of it, of course. But still,
70.
You brought a better psycho-emanation to this humble bookstore, and that's no small achievement.
You're welcome.
She so badly wants this to be over. She would have believed anything.
That's true.
It will only last a day or two, a week tops. Then her mood will sour and she will feel the curse again.
So she's an idiot.
All right then. All's well that ends well.
Yeah, great. Okay, well that was cool. 70 EXP, I guess, but like, okay, that doesn't help me with the fucking murder. The thing that I'm here for. I make my own ways, huh? Always have, always will. I would really like to get up there and talk to that woman. How do I do that? Everybody's still over here. Anything new from anybody?
Right to work.
Nothing. How about you?
Hola, Wandering Man. How can I help you?
Nothing. Okay, great. Just a thought, just like a waste of time thought. Okay. Can I talk to the woman now? The old woman over here that was refused to speak to me? Anything from you?
The woman still has her eyes fixed on the photograph in her hands. In the background, no response. No response. No response. No response.
Okay, all right. Great. That's sick. So much of this game is me just going like, okay, and now what? And maybe I'm dumb. Maybe I'm playing too slowly. Maybe I'm not paying enough attention. Maybe I'm missing something, or I'm missing multiple things. Highly likely. I agree. Highly likely. But so much of this game is just me going like, okay, and you need to interrogate the men in the Union booth. Find out what they know about the hanging in Martinez. I already did that. Why is it saying that I still need to do it? I couldn't talk to any of them. Let's try talking to Joyce over here. Let's see if Joyce has anything new for me. Hello, Joyce. It's hard to find anything when everyone's racist. Yeah, everyone's a piece of shit. They refuse to talk to me. I think it's just because the game lets you do things in any order. It seems like you're not making progress, but you're just doing it in small increments. That's also what it feels like, Salty, I agree. It feels like I am making progress on many things at once instead of following one thing. It's not like a book, right? Or it's not like an action movie where one thing leads to another, It's where we kind of do a general thing, and then we try to narrow it down, and then we do a general thing, and then we narrow it down, and then we do a general thing. And it takes a long time. Police work is hard, but that doesn't change the fact that, like, it's slow. It's slow. Do you know something about these tattoos?
That's the man who was killed. I'm afraid this is a discussion for once we've cleared the lynching question.
So, you know something. Why? How's you looking at the photo tied to the lynching?
Better not tie the fourth day to the bat's day on this. I hope there is something else I can help you with. I'm afraid I can't say any more until we've taken care of formal protocol.
Suggestion. Where is suggestion? Right here. 72.
She's an
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Just float a favor at her. Insinuate.
This isn't Skyrim, Solstice. The murderer was not a crab. Maybe this is why real police never seem to do anything. I also think that real police... I think that they have they kind of just assume that a lot of stuff is a random crime. It's not tied to anything. You know what I mean? Like when my car got broken into and my backpack got stolen, I'm pretty sure it was multiple people in that apartment complex had complained about similar things happening. It was probably one guy doing it repeatedly, but they don't. For them, it happens so often. They're like, we're not even gonna. You know what I mean? I've never died to a crab in Skyrim. There's like specifically one crab. I remember when the game came out that people were like, "Oh, this crab is like really strong."
I will be frank with you. If I'm going to break protocol, I need to be able to justify it to my superiors. They're going to want to see something very tangible.
You're in, but expect her to drive a hard bargain.
Like what?
Reports from inside Terminal B suggest it's a hub for the local drug trade. This is an open secret in Martinez. The Union controls the terminal, so it goes to reason.
They're profiting from this trade.
The company has tried looking into this matter before, to no avail. Perhaps someone with your authority and resources might turn over
Why
the
is
right
everyone
stone.
here so racist? You'd be surprised how many people in real life act very similarly. The game is a lot more open about it, but you'd be surprised.
Or you can recover your badge, though if I may be blunt with you, it sounds like that may be a lost cause.
Detective, a word in private before we continue. This is not going quite as I hoped it would, Detective.
The lieutenant's voice is hushed. How'd you
Honestly,
think it would
I
go?
was expecting you to use your unorthodox technique to keep her off balance, and not volunteer us to be her henchmen.
Oh, so we're henchmen now.
This woman is running circles around us. She might have known about your misplaced badge all along, or she's simply an adept improviser. Either way, we've played straight into her hands.
You think so, Salty?
Maybe this is all her plan. She might have heard about you.
The company must have more ears on the ground. She could have known about my condition. What do you propose? That we don't investigate the drug trafficking? We could just, find my badge.
No. If there is reasonable suspicion, we must investigate.
Humans have
Otherwise,
always
she
been very
could claim
tribal.
we're
It's true.
siding with the Union, or that we are on
And that is also true, Solstice. I
We'd
agree.
Never hear the end of it. What I propose is, we ask her, then we investigate, briefly. But do not share the outcome of this investigation with her. We tell her it's done and demand for her information on the lynching.
I think that's a good idea, actually. I have nothing else to add.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay, tell me about this alleged
It's
drug
quite
trafficking.
straightforward. Someone is using Terminal B to smuggle raw ingredients from the Samar and Isola into Revachol with the Union's blessing. Wild Pines has suspected it for years.
Ingredients for what, ma'am?
Meth and dextroamphetamine, GBL, and various synthetic psychedelics. Honestly, it might be quicker to say what you can't make from the stuff.
Let me get this straight. The materials come from Samara to Revachol through the terminal?
Yes. After they clear the terminal, we lose track. The actual production is taking place at various sites in and around Jamrock Quarter, north of here.
Wild Pine seems to be well apprised of the local drug trade, ma'am. Do you mean to say the Union also produces the product? Sells drugs, I mean?
We're in logistics. It's our business to know. And no. As far as the company knows, the Union does not produce it. They transport the ingredients for a cut.
Mm.
Yes, but you won't get anything
So
out
they're
of
drug
Everard's
trafficking.
Dockworkers
They're not,
Union.
but they're not
Still,
producing and selling themselves.
Every chain has its weak link.
The handoff. The motor lorries at the roundabout.
You think so? The lorries.
Precisely. Someone needs to move the ingredients from the harbour into the city. Once they reach Jamrock, they're distributed to a network of local manufacturers well beyond our grasp. But in transit, they're vulnerable.
How convenient that they're stranded like beached whales at that roundabout.
Oh, that is convenient.
Perhaps you've noticed that a number of lorries are tangled in a traffic jam at the roundabout just now.
Okay, yeah.
Interview the drivers who are still hanging about. One of them might be waiting for a crucial shipment.
Her irises are light green, like the river Esperance in bright daylight, upstream where it's clearer.
I'll be explicit. If you find this driver, I will share company secrets with you.
Okay, all right.
Uncovering Union secrets could also give you an upper hand when dealing with them.
Why didn't you come to the RCM earlier?
We did.
Oh.
On more than one occasion.
Oh.
Apparently, there's some sort of inter-precinct disagreement about whose jurisdiction.
We know
yeah,
the
that's true.
company has launched its own
That's
probe
very
into the
true.
union's alleged involvement. We also know it's come up empty. It's not just the RCM. No one's been able to find any hard evidence.
Well, here's your chance, officers.
That's true. It's no coincidence the lorries are stranded there like that, is it?
No. We asked East Motor Track to raise the drawbridge. The road company is a partner of one of our subsidiaries. However, this is a limited time opportunity. Once the complaint has been processed by the Trade Committee, they'll have no choice but to lower the drawbridge, and the operation will continue. Thousands of litres of raw ingredients will pour onto the streets of Revachol. Not the east across the river, but the west. The vulnerable, the weary.
Well, at least this solves one mystery.
Yeah.
What is that, Lieutenant?
Why I had to call East Motor Track and beg them to open a drawbridge for me. I'd wondered since I first drove in, on my motor carriage.
I am sorry for the inconvenience, Lieutenant Kisaragi, but we need them trapped here. This is a unique opportunity. I'm sure you understand.
I wonder. So this is their ulterior motive. This is what they want to stop. She's revealing to me, Joyce Messier is revealing to me that they have tried to bring this to the RCM multiple times, but there's never been hard evidence. Her and her company now have the idea that there is hard evidence here right now. And then suddenly a man is murdered. And then suddenly the union goes on strike. And then suddenly the drawbridge is closed. And then suddenly all the lorries are trapped. And the RCM is here for the murder. And they uncovered that this is way bigger than a murder. So I wonder if the 8 men, or the 7 men and the one odd step female did murder the man. Or if the Wild Pines company murdered the man in order to bring the RCM here. This all goes all the way to the top. I've always wanted to say that. This goes all the way to the top. But I think it really does. I think it really does. What proof do you have that the union is involved?
How do you think they're financing this strike?
True.
There are thousands of unpaid dock workers going strong for the 4th month straight.
That's true.
There was a shakedown.
I was thinking about that too.
Preceding the strike. Many were squeezed to bankruptcy to fund it.
With all due respect to these desert cacti, the contents of a few cash registers cannot provide for 2,000 men.
This is
local
true.
Businesses can scarcely provide for themselves.
So you think the strike is being funded with source ingredients for drugs?
Precisely. Smuggled out of that very gate at night, most likely, then loaded onto lorries and driven to Jamrock. You simply need to find one driver who will open up to you.
If they're driven to Jamrock, if they can get the lorries through.
Sounds like she tried looking into it herself, though she's clearly not the type your typical lorry man would confide in.
We've already had some suspicions that one of the drivers was present at the lynching.
The two might even be connected.
I think that they
Why
are.
not? Though, if you have evidence to the contrary, I'm eager to hear it.
As eager as I am to share it, Lieutenant, once the job is done.
She's helping and hindering me at the same time. Okay, I made up my mind about the smuggling investigation. Actually, let's discuss something else.
Yes?
We'll take this case, probe the drivers, see what it yields.
Excellent. According to my reports, there are at least 3 lorry drivers lingering near the roundabout. Hopefully one of them will know something.
Unfortunately, I already called one of them a racist and said, "Fuck you,
It may
idiot."
come to nothing, or it may just blow the case wide open. I can keep the drawbridge up for a few more days at least. You should have the time you need.
I will.
In the meantime, let me know if there's any other way.
Okay. Back to the lorry drivers. Finally, we have something. Let's talk to this door. Hold on. Talk to the fucking door, dude. Come on.
A sturdy metal. This could be a way into.
No. How about Skull? What do you got for me? Cindy the fucking Skull.
Hello again, officers. Have you...
Nothing. Okay. Wait. She's a good negotiator. She knows how to keep... Yes, she very much does. What is this?
This is a wall on the side of an apartment building. You have no clue.
Okay.
So many walls.
It's just a wall. Great. Thank you for showing me that wall game. Hell yeah. What else is there? What is this? A rock?
A stone, like any other. There's a key beneath.
This must be for the front door. Pity it doesn't have the apartment number on it.
Hell yeah.
This building has hundreds of apartments.
How are we going to find the right one?
You just have to go in and see.
Put the stone back. Can I enter now? I can! Holy shit! Okay, well, I'm not ready for this. I'll come back. That's insane. I can't believe I don't think I missed that. I think that the snow might have melted. I must have missed it. I missed it? No way. Well, makes sense to me. I need to be using tab more often, I think. But it's okay. We'll come back. I need to do one thing at a time. My brain, I'm very dumb, and I can only hold one source of information at one time. And what I need to do at this exact moment is go talk to the lorry drivers. I must do it. I must go talk to the lorry driver. It's not a rock. It's a boulder. It's not a boulder. It's a rock. I can't remember what he says. I can't remember. Oh, where'd the thought go? Right here. Okay.
Snow covers the white on blue police livery of the motor carriage. The white colors nearly meld. Do something important? Something murder-related? There's always... This is a Caprice Canema. The Caprice Motor Corps, with its air-cooled, rear-mounted 12-cylinder compression ignition engine, driving the rear. The high center of balance is offset by a large battery bank mounted at the bottom of the cabin, feeding all the... Due to a quite steep price tag, it is very unusual to see one in police livery.
This machine really puts the loco back in locomotion. Point of the vehicle, very cool. I don't like your machine, Lieutenant. Looks impractical. Shrug. A motor carriage, one of many.
Mm-hmm. You want to take a closer look?
Okay, I don't care about this. I'm not a car guy. I don't care. I have zero interest in cars. Cars are tools that men have used to shape the world. That's all it.
Looking for something odd?
The make and model of a car means so little to me. You're a lorryman, right? What's your stance on drugs?
Drugs? They're shit, man. I don't let anything pollute my body.
He takes a long drag on his cigarette. Why not? You smell of booze and cigarettes. What's different about narcotics?
You know where that shit comes from? Sarah Miriza, Safre, Ilmara. They take the money from our local junkies here and then use it to outcompete us in the manufacturing sector.
Sarah Miriza. What a fucking name. Ilmara.
They know they can't beat us in a fair fight, so they have to get us to weaken ourselves somehow.
It's racial sabotage. Racial economic sabotage. Someone is being loud as fuck outside my door. Hold on, but they make alcohol in Ilmara too. I was told they do. So I take it you're not smuggling drugs out of Martinez? Listen, I agree. It's our responsibility to keep this poison off the streets of Revachol, right? That's all I need to know. Now, let me ask you something.
He eyes you wearily, unsure how to respond. This goes on for about 2 seconds. Then...
I don't know shit. And if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
He puffs on his cigarettes. Then what are you still hanging around here for? Most other camionneurs have left.
What do you think? I can't leave the lorry unguarded. Stuff's been getting looted lately. is those little kips sneaking around at night. If they touch my stuff, the bosses will be on my ass like ass cancer.
There was a bunch of spilled boxes in the back of a big lorry nearby.
I did see one lorry with the trailer doors open on my way here. Do you know what happened?
Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver who loved his country. We were having a good debate about genetics at the Wheeling in Rags when some kip boys smashed his luck and took damn near everything. Lost his fucking job over it.
His accent changes. Yeah, I knew that guy. He was an honest driver. Like, he keeps switching between, like, and I guess that's the accent of whatever place he's from in game. But like, I thought he was just, he's just French. Oh, he just sounds like French, but he's not. Or maybe the actor is doing a weird.
Since he left, I haven't had anyone to talk to.
Takes a long suck on his cigarette, appearing to savor the taste.
If they were getting drunk inside the Whirling in Rags, how could they know who broke into the lorry?
If you were all in the whirling, how do you know it was Kips who broke into the lorry?
What? Aren't we allowed to say that he's a Kips who do all the stealing around here? That's not road to science, man.
If not you, then who's running drugs through Terminal B?
Isn't it obvious? Fucking Sealang. That
Sealang?
Samaran. His little side business is a scam. I wouldn't be surprised if he was peddling drugs as well.
The one reselling humanitarian aid packages, right? I knew there was something off about that guy. Wait, the street vendor south of here? That guy's a lorry driver? Yeah, I didn't know that.
Of course he's a lorry driver. What? He tell you he's just some simple businessman or some shit? He's selling his employer stuff after he broke the seals on his Humanux lorry.
Oh.
His tribe are natural liars. It's in their blood. He's your man, all right. 100%.
That explains why he got where he got all the humanitarian aid stuff.
Not until we've heard what Sealang himself has to say.
I guess we need to pay Sealang a visit.
Guess so.
Yeah. I'm not going to say that Sealang is the thief, but that makes sense where he got the shit from. Okay, let's talk to you. What was your name again?
Still here.
Tommy.
Stuck in this damn jam, my man.
What's
up?
Seem like a man who knows about drugs.
Ah, man. Me and narcotics go way back. Had some good times surfing the psychic waves of my own consciousness, you know? But those days are behind me. There are other addictions in my life now.
Same.
Why the inquiry, my man?
I never did drugs, but I've got other addictions. It's not like I'm addiction free. We all are addicted to something. Do you finance those other addictions with drug trafficking? I need to get high, and I'm looking for a dealer. Let me be straight with you. I'm trying to figure out who's smuggling drugs out of Terminal B. I think Tommy is someone that would not reply well to any of these.
We have a credible lead, sir. Someone on this roundabout is waiting for a bulk shipment from the harbor to load it on their lorry and drive it to Jamrock.
Not me, man. No way. I don't need any trouble. Shit's bad enough anyway. This jam's got folks up in arms, and I'm afraid it's headed toward a conflagration.
Conflagration? Wait, then why are you still hanging around? Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Gotta guard the stuff. Bosses don't look kindly on missing cargo.
It's true.
And it gives me time to work on my rhymes.
So he's the second person to say that.
A rhymesmith. This is quite credible. It goes with its cadence and way of speaking.
Who do you think could be conducting the drug trade then?
Look, man, I try to stay away from the criminal underbelly of Revachol. I'm a guest here. You really need to find another man to probe with those questions.
You're a lorry driver. Just because you don't live here doesn't mean that you aren't a part of this now.
We wouldn't say he's lying, sire.
What
I don't
do you
think
call
that's
a
going to
detective
work.
who just
Oh, it
solves
worked.
cases accidentally? Sheer luck, Holmes.
Good one. Actually, that was a good one. That was a good one. Good one, Solstice. I like Tommy the Home. I do too. So, Sealang, what's your stance on drugs?
I don't go in for that, officer. Drugs ruin lives.
I think so too.
Unless you're into drugs, of course. In which case, Drugs are excellent.
Drugs are excellent. So good. Drugs, so good. That scared the shit out of me. Really? Was it loud? It wasn't that loud for me. Was it really loud for you? I'm super into drugs. I actually don't like drugs. We're looking for a lorry driver who's transporting drugs out of the harbor. He or she is in this traffic jam.
That's very cool. A lot of the coolest detectives do drugs. Sadly, I don't have any drugs on sale, or at my home, or on my person.
Sir, it appears to be true. No drugs in sight.
No drugs in
Not
sight.
in the box of sunglasses or under the speakers.
None even under the speakers?
That's even cooler. You investigating that and all. But I am not a lorry driver. I'm just a street vendor. I don't know anything about that.
A blatant lie, sire. Yet he tells
I like that he calls me my lord and sire. It's very funny. We'd believe him if we didn't know better. But you are a lorryman. Another driver has identified you and your lorry.
Who said that? It's the fat racist, right?
Yeah.
I bet it's him. He has an agenda against me because I'm an immigrant who works harder than he does.
Okay.
He's a hater.
Okay. Silang,
So
chill.
you admit you're a lorry driver?
No, I just said I work harder and he's an asshole. I'm...
Realizing he can't get out of it. Smart man.
Okay, maybe I'm a lorry driver too.
A little.
But that's not the most important thing about me. That's my day job. This is my dream.
He spreads his arms. So you forgot to tell me? So you were embarrassed to tell me? Stop squirming. What do you know about the drug operation at the harbor? Silang, my sources tell me you're the one transporting drugs for the Union.
Exactly. It's such a small part of my life. It's in the rear view mirror now.
It's in the rear view mirror.
With ingenuity.
I'm gonna do this one. I'm not gonna let him in. I'm just gonna say, tell me what you know.
I told you. I'm not a dumb guy. I don't get involved with that crowd.
And what crowd is that?
Crowd. You know, the drug crowd.
You're wasting my time. Tell me who the fuck is transporting the drugs here. Okay, if you don't know, then I'll tell your employer that you've been stealing his stuff.
No use. He's not telling us. He's too afraid. We need to take him to my station and ask him there. After we've called his boss.
True. I think that he would, a couple nights in jail would really fix him.
Okay, look. There's bad people doing bad things here. That's all I know. Please don't get
I feel like
me
he
into
talks like
mess.
this.
I spent 15 years working my way
Bad
up.
people. Like he's a hands kind of guy. 15 years working my way up. Oh, you're going to get going? Solstice. By that, do you mean you're going to go to sleep? Because don't do that. Don't do that. Don't fall asleep, Solstice. You need to stay up until at least like 9 p.m. Don't go to sleep, Solstice. I swear to God. You know what he told me when he showed up? He's been waking up at 11 p.m. You need to fix that, Solstice. No sleep allowed. No. No. I know what you're doing, Solstice. You're gonna lurk. Yeah, you're gonna leave me on your computer or your phone while you pass out. I knew it. Good night. I knew it, Solstice. Don't come in here complaining about how you drink 50 cups of coffee if you don't want to fix your sleep schedule.
Here we go. There's a tiny bit.
It's
of
healthy.
truth
Yeah,
on the
okay,
table.
all right.
Zoom in on it.
Sleep is healthy. Staying up and sleeping all day is not healthy. It's all right. You'll figure it out. Here we go. There's a tiny bit of truth on the table. Zoom in on it. If you don't want to get into this mess, raise your voice. You have to give us a reason to move on. We're buddies. Silang, help us out. No one will know it was you.
It's a she, okay? The other drivers call her the lady driver.
Oh, I know exactly
You're
who it
better
is.
off staying away from her. The way they talk about her, she's no lady.
She's no lady. No me sleeping till Crawl stream today. You were sleeping until I turned on stream? No job has changed you. I hate the sun. If it gets colder, I'll be awake in the day. Yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting. Could this driver be connected to the Hardy Boys?
Who are these other drivers who talk? Is the lady driver the old woman back there? Point to the pale driver, dazed out, strange. Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. Maybe. If she is, I haven't gone near her. I don't get involved. I told you.
Could she be associated with the Hardy Boys?
I don't know. I'm not local. I don't know anything about that.
I love Silong. I think Silong is one of my favorite characters so far. He's like, I don't know. Okay, we're cool now.
Right. I scored. Let's cap this off with a purchase. You can walk away from here with funky sunglasses, detective. Both of you. You deserve it.
He's such a funny guy. He's so funny. Oh, he's so funny. He's such a goof. You know what I mean? Like, he's unapologetically Silong. I like him. I like him. Anything back here to sell? No? Fuck me? Okay. I'm surrounded by degenerates. Did you... Salty, I hope you're including yourself in that degenerates comment right there. Oh, I can't pick up that cup? For real? Fuck you. Okay, man, let's talk to the old woman. What is this? Where am I? Why am I up here? But at least I wake up at a normal time. And you know what? I'll give it to you, Salty. You own your degeneracy. You're not like shy about it. You're not beating around the bush of like, maybe I'm horny on main. Oh, no, I'm not horny on main. I'm horny on sub. No. You're horny on main. That's just who you are. That's just what you do. And I respect it. I'm not going to say I like it, but I respect it.
Has her eyes fixed.
I hope you know that I make some very weird comments when I'm tired. Go to bed. Solstice, you don't have to stay awake. Go to bed. Thank you for coming to the stream. I'm horny and I'm proud. Why'd you throw OnlyFans at the end there? And I'm proud. OnlyFans. Hey, waking up just in time for stream isn't weird. No, I agree. It's not weird. Especially, like, we live in a modern time where everybody operates on their own schedule. You can work at any time of the day. You can work any day of the week. You can work for a week at a time and then not for 3 weeks. I'm not going to judge you for your sleeping schedule. I will say, though, if you establish that your sleeping schedule is bad for you, that's your fault. Just thought I'd throw in a little plug. Okay, all right.
If you want her attention, you may need to be more forceful.
Where am I? Who are you?
Like a magician recalling a subject from hypnosis, you've jolted her back to reality. I was actually hoping you could tell me that. Are you all right, ma'am? You were out. Me? I'm the law around here.
Never mind. I remember now. I'm still stuck in that traffic jam in the 50s.
She adds, with contempt. Wait, what's bad about the 50s?
The men have small jaws and everything is made out of plastic. Why do you need plastic when you can make the world out of amber?
Amber? That's the only reason I've had a good sleep schedule for the past month. Waking up for stream, apart from the last week. We don't count that. It's true. I asked Solstice where he's been. He was like, oh, I've been sleeping. We literally were like, what happened? We finished Night in the Woods and you didn't come back. Where else have you been then?
Back in Methka, during the time of the revolution. The sidewalks and cafes are filled with young people. I was on my way to see a new Boyadero picture starring Gabriel Buendero.
Boyadero.
Until you.
What's up, 1010?
That is.
So I take it you were in the Mesk when you were young. Sorry to interrupt your dreaming, ma'am.
I wasn't dreaming. I was there, Loman. It was early spring, and the man behind the Black Sun had just come
What
out.
a sick name.
The posters were 20 meters tall.
I'm writing it down.
Was golden.
The man behind the Black Sun is a fucking sick name. And I'm writing that shit down. Hi, Tintin. You're eating Chinese food? Dude, I'm fucking jealous, bro. Oh, God. I drove by a Chinese buffet. Don't you dare steal that name. It's mine. No, your name is Fading Solstice. Also, your name is also Salty Cajun. You can't have 3 names, Solstice. You get 1, okay? It goes perfectly with the game concept I'm writing. I don't... Do as you will.
While you people are tearing each other apart over your petty little revolution.
Revolution.
It was a golden age.
The Republic
Where's her
of
accent
West
from?
is a massive confederation.
Spanish?
The Isola of Muindi, the world's largest state by territory. It's a petro-state, a constitutional monarchy, and, as of recently, an outcast due to its tilt to the
You have
far
3 middle names? I have 1 middle name. I have a middle name that I wish were my first name, to be honest with you. But I wasn't born with that name, so... You know, in 4th grade, my history teacher gave birth to her baby, and she missed about 4 months of school. And in college you do semesters, but in school you do a full year with the same teacher, right? And she gave birth to her baby, and then she was gone for like 3 or 4 months. I can't remember. And we had like a long-term substitute. I think it was just a teacher from another grade also taught our class, and so they like alternated. I don't know. It worked out. And I liked her a lot, and I decided I didn't want to go by my first name anymore. I wanted to go by my middle name. And so I started writing. Whenever we would get a certain grade, or we would do like answer a question correctly or something, we would be given a little ticket. Hi, Minnie, welcome. We'd be given a little ticket, and we could write our name on it. And so I started writing my middle name on the ticket. And I told everyone to call me by that name. I'd write that name at the top of my paper. Like I was very open, very clear. I'm going to go by this name. And everyone was calling me that name. Everything was cool. And when that teacher returned, she pulled out a ticket. And I was doing so good with the substitute. Basically every ticket in the bucket was my name. And she pulled out the ticket and said, "Who is this?" And I said, "Oh, that's me. I'm changing my name." And she said, "I don't know anyone by that name." And she took all my tickets out and threw them away in front of me. And she like made fun of me for the rest of that year for making up a name. It's literally my middle name. And I never went by that name ever again. I never went by that name ever again. And I wish my mom had just named me that fucking name so I wouldn't have to deal with a first name that I don't like. What a whore. Wow, Minnie. God damn, Minnie. Holy shit. Oh my God, that is so fucking funny. Minnie shows up. Hi, everybody. Oh, what a whore. Oh my God, Minnie. That's so fucking funny. Hey, Minnie, what'd you stream today? What did you play? You played Sifu. You played Sifu today. Minnie, Sifu looks really hard. I don't know how you were handling that. That game looks hard as fuck, dude. Like, it looks like a fighting game. Like I'm learning a like Tekken or fucking Street Fighter, but I'm having to fight for my life. That looks hard as shit. Not when I was there. Did you switch games midway? Oh, Minnie switched games from Sifu? I don't know. I left at 5:30 when I started streaming. 3.5 hours ago. I played Sifu. I had fun, but it was a lot. It was difficult. What else did you play, Minnie? Did you have a fun stream at least? Sometimes when I'm not vibing with the game, it's a little hard to continue to have fun. Tormented Souls. I don't know what that game is. Let me look it up. Tormented Souls. Game. Survival game. Oh, I see. Wow. It actually looks pretty good. It actually looks like a pretty good game. Well, we finally got a fucking lead. Finally. And I have a theory of what's going on here. My theory is that so we learned that there's a massive drug trade going on. And the union is using the lorry drivers to smuggle in drug bases and smuggle out either drug base or completed drugs. And that the Pines company, who is at odds with the union, has been trying to get the RCM to come here and solve the drug thing. And I think that they committed the murder to get RCM here so that RCM would solve the drug thing. And then they'd call it all one big thing. I think that Wild Pines committed the murder. Don't confirm, of course, but that's my theory. I don't think that the union committed the murder. I think that Wild Pines committed the murder. I don't know how, but I'll get there. Honestly, I made fun of the situation and called the stream cursed. I said, let's end it and restart next stream. Let's reposition and try something fun. Yeah. No, it was a crab. Okay, Solstice, go to bed. Why are you here? Go to bed. Go to bed. It's a pretty good theory, in my opinion, but it was me, my bad. I knew it was you, 10. 10, I didn't want to say it, but I knew. You gave me murder vibes. 10, Solstice, if you're going to stay awake, stay awake. If you're going to go to bed, go to bed. Anyway, yeah. Hi, Minnie. Welcome. Let's continue on with interrogating this drugged out woman. The week. Oh, Aya, my beloved. Oh. Didn't I give Aya an emote? I did! Oh, I gave Aya an emote. That's right, I remember. I will sleep when you least expect it. Okay. I expect you to go to bed at a reasonable time. So I take it you were in Mesk when you were young. I'm just gonna...
Why not, Harife? It's not like I have anything better to do in this hellhole.
Harife? She settles back against the railing of her motor lorry. Behind her, mountains of memorabilia, photos, and knickknacks line the dash. The lorries are super interesting looking, by the way. They look like... They're so weird. They look like train cars, almost. Very unique. I quite like them. What are you hauling?
Diamonds.
Diamonds, really?
Of course not. But wouldn't it be marvelous if I was?
I saw in the news, I think today or yesterday, that diamonds are plummeting in price and people are like going crazy about it because diamonds are just losing their value. No, Solstice, stay. You need to make up your time away, hallucinating or not. That's true, Aya. But I can't force Solstice to do anything. And if he's really crashing out, then he should go to bed. But I think Solstice should fix his sleep schedule. But what are you really hauling?
Whatever stupid things they put in the lorry, I imagine.
So you don't know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
I quit concerning myself with that a long time ago. Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean.
I like her for two reasons. One, her voice actor sounds good, and two, her voice actor doesn't talk at a snail's pace. My God.
She says that as if something narcotic is the real reason.
Sleep schedule is for the ones with a life? Okay. That's what they all say. I'm fine, I've been awake for longer. Yeah, that's what they all say. The older I get, the more that I can yeah, I can stay up all night. I can do it. But the repercussions, the migraines, the shit-ass day that follows, it's just not, it's so not worth it. Staying up till 2 in the morning is fine, but then my body wakes up at 8 a.m. anyway. And so I don't sleep in anymore. Shit ass? Dude, it's shit ass. It's true. It's poop butt, dude. I guess that makes sense. Minding your own business. Wait, you get high off driving a lorry? Besides, I don't drive the lorry for the cargo, if you know what I mean. What do you...
Oh, it's so much more than a high where I go, Herife. It's low. I go to the bottom.
She closes her eyes in reverie.
Yeah, it's definitely some kick. Some terrible kick in the dark. A sleep kick. Perhaps you can find out later.
Why is electrochemistry trying to get me to do drugs all the time? What if the cargo is contraband?
Then it's contraband, Lowman. What? Do you want to take an old woman in? Be my guest. Lock me away like Bad Hand Hermenegildo.
Hermenegildo, what a
Bad
name.
Hand. Hermenegildos' bad hand strangled 300 people.
Whoa.
What can I say? Some people just really like
Holy shit.
strangling people.
Bro, my outdoor festival wrecked me. I still feel terrible. Yeah, Minnie, that was like... When you told me about that, I was like, holy shit. How did you do that? How did you not get sick? Good one. Good use of L-Fire. I have a life. Solstice's life, not anymore. Holy shit. Alright, are you the lady driver? Before I came, you seemed away. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
Did you just call me a lady, Herife?
She clearly doesn't think she's a lady. Don't repeat it.
I was told of a woman driver. You're the only woman here.
I'm not that either, Herife. I've gone too far from it all to remember what was between my legs. It doesn't work like that on the long haul.
She's much too old to care. So you're not the driver everyone is terrified
I'm
of?
only terrifying to small children and to those who used to know me.
Yeah, it's not her. Believe me.
Why are you scary to the people who used to know you? You said long haul. Then who is the female driver I was told of?
How should I know? Do I look like I spend a lot of time with the other communers?
You don't.
When I have my movies to go to.
Why are you... What? I know someone that has allegedly stayed awake for a little over a week. I think that's impossible. No, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. But that sounds like a lot. I really pushed the limit with this one. I have big bouts of, I hate this, I want to go home, and I would push through and feel fine after. Monka steer? Definitely Monka steer. Dangerous driving. Yeah, I think that explains why you didn't go to Wine Disco. Wine Disco sounds like a fun time, but staying up that late in the freezing cold and feeling kind of miserable and then pushing through the miserable just to like for the miserable to come back, I can imagine why you feel like shit. Yeah.
Oh, Sim.
Oh, Sim. The woman stares at you, her mind elsewhere now on other matters. You seem like a woman who knows a thing or two about drugs.
What do I need drugs for, Lowman? What I see, what I feel, the great adversary, no drugs can compare.
I do know the Russian sleep experiment, Aya. It is a classic creepypasta. Oh man, that one scared me as a teenager. I re-listened to it as like a 20-something-year-old, and it wasn't as scary. It was actually okay written, but yeah. That was a classic. Well, I'm not doing it again, okay? You can do whatever you want. Never again. Minnie, you can do whatever you want. You know, whatever the fucking emote is. Never doing it again. Okay, so you're going to do it again on your birthday? Okay, all right. I would probably never do that, but it would be fun. It would be like a fun story to hear my coworker tell me about. You know what I mean? So you do it so that you perpetuate that stigma of coworker who does crazy shit and has a story to tell while we're sitting here waiting for customers. You know what I mean? You be that. You be that person, Minnie. You be that crazy 30-year-old that's still going out and fucking being weird as shit at -20. The adversary? That's not really what I was getting at. Where could I get my hand on an experience like that?
If you don't know,
Flicks her wrist in a gesture of casual dismissal.
Maybe if she thought you're corrupt.
What is it that you're hauling exactly? I wanted to ask if you'd be interested in smuggling some drugs.
Why would I want to do that?
For commerce, the lifeblood of the Islas, for the glory of the World Republic, liberation of the spirit and body. I don't know, the thrill of criminal lifestyle?
Loman, what in the name of God are you talking about?
Okay, let me put this another way. Are you smuggling drugs to Terminal B?
Maybe. Probably not. Makes no difference to me either way.
You said earlier that you don't know what cargo you're hauling. Could it be drugs? How can you not know what you're hauling in your own lorry?
Just this month, I made half a dozen trips from Saramiriza to Grat on the U41A. What do you think they take from Saramiriza to Grat, Loman?
I don't know, that's why I'm asking
It's
you.
diamonds, Loman, obviously.
I didn't ask you about diamonds, did I? I don't care about that. If you had to guess, who do you think is smuggling drugs around here?
Easy. He's the skinny man who thinks he's a poet. Never trust a poet. Also, he's the only one I can see from here.
That's correct. There is no visibility of any of the others.
Okay, if you're not involved with the drug trafficking, then why are you still waiting here?
Where do you want me to go? This isn't so bad. I can listen to music, or the seagulls. Look at all the colors and the features of this.
Stream Elements is here.
It's a good palette cleanser, this jamboree.
Here's a raffle, everybody. You have 20 seconds. 20, 20, 20, 20, 20, 20. 20 seconds. Join all. Join. 15 seconds on the raffle, everybody. 15 seconds.
Or I can just relax and let my
Oh my
mind
God.
carry me back
Hurry up.
very well to the Great Plains.
Minnie, you're too fucking late. Solstice and Bumner won. Congratulations. I'll do one more. Okay, everybody's paying attention now. I'll do one more. All right, there you go. Join the raffle, everybody. There you go, Minnie. There you go. Or I can just relax and let my mind carry me back where it will, to the Great Plains.
I think we're done here, no?
I think so too. Thank you for now.
Yes, go. Enough jamboree. I need to get back to Mesky.
Her voice trails off.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes, you hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it
The
real.
raffle ended in 10-10 won, and then 10-10 lost. Good job, 10-10. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide. I guess I do, yeah. What hard work do I do exactly?
Oh yeah, like a horse.
A workhorse for hard work. What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
My boss asked me if I felt okay, truly concerned for me. I was like, no, I went out on a festival really late. And she was like, okay, thank God, I thought you were getting sick. She is nice. She does sound very nice, Minnie, I'm not going to lie. Getting sick or something happens to me, you know? Yeah, Minnie, you get, but you also, Minnie, you get sick all the time. Like, every time you're streaming, you're like wiping your nose because you're sick. You're sick all the time. So, like, I'd understand why your boss is like, please don't get sick again. You have the immune system of a Victorian era child. It's the truth. It's the truth. Yeah, cooldown. Yeah, there's a cooldown on it. It's 20 seconds, something like that. Stream Elements was alive for 30 seconds. Let me try. Works for me, and I lost every single one of my points. There you go. Worked. Yeah, it worked. I think it's an individual cooldown, so you can't just spam. Bumner went all in and won. Why are you saying fuck you won? Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked like 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged.
That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil.
5 out of 21. Not bad.
And you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, I ride. A little. I fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby.
That's right.
Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them.
Yeah.
You bring in the Franco Negros and the Solas.
What?
It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop.
And a sprinter.
And a money printer.
That's I'm a sprinter and a money printer. Oh, fuck yeah. Oh, then there's pawning stuff to that suspicious Roy guy. Guess I've made some gills, sure.
Yeah, you're in the sales business. Shake 'em for shit and then pawn it off. Law officer style. Sure. And has it been easy?
Is life easy?
Easy.
Why are
Have
you
you
gambling
not
random
gone into
amounts?
cardiac arrest?
You need to
Are
explain.
you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself.
Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack and shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7. Holy shit.
Are you rich?
No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
For the data. Can you please extrapolate the data and present your findings? Can you elaborate on what research you are conducting? Could you at least give me the data set that you are procuring? It's because of that Gart guy riding my ass. System is broken. There's a market for corrupt comps out there, but the immigrant comps have price dumped it. Fucking taxes, man. I don't know. Why am I so
Because
poor?
of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk,
Fart?
so much as sneeze.
Really? Every time I sneeze?
Every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax,
Excise duty,
extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a
taxes,
name.
tax.
Plus there's the stuff
Oh no! Oh no! Oh, taxes.
Makes them ask for more money from.
Carl, would you rather spend a day in the room with the Victorian era
Total
rats
tax
or win $1 million?
add up to
You're asking me if I would rather. You're asking me if I would rather spend a day with bubonic plague rats or have $1 million. Well, Bumner, I think Bumner would stop being my friend if I didn't pick the rat. So, the rat? I'd rather spend a day with the rats. Data is in the head. It cannot be presented. Once I am number one again, it will. Oh, okay. So you're trying to piecemeal your way up to number one. You're gambling just a little bit, just a piece here and there to get to number one. I'd rather have $1 million because then I could. I'd rather have $1 million because then I could buy rats. I could buy the rats. I could, if I had $1 million, I could give the rats to bubonic plague myself if I wanted to. I have $1 million. I could do whatever I want with my $1 million. I just need a small loan of $1 million.
98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Are you sure? Seems like a pretty big number. This isn't helping me solve my money problem. It's only making me into a free market type.
What are you, a racist? Don't be a racist.
What?
Be a cool immigrant, ultra-liberal free market advocate. Ride or die. Keep it street.
What the fuck? I said, no, they're not. The government doesn't tax me that much. What are you talking about? And he said, you're a racist. Well, if not being a ultra-liberal makes me a racist, then I guess I should be an ultra-liberal. Fuck you, this is stupid. Why is savoir-faire trying to do that shit to me? What does savoir-faire gain from that? I don't understand. Okay. No, Salty, we're ending stream right now, actually. So you're leaving stream at a perfect time because I haven't eaten and I'm fucking starving and I have to eat before I go to bed. So I'm ending stream right now, but I would like to reflect on what's happened so far. So we went to investigate the drugs, and Racist Man told me, okay, and then Skinny Tommy, okay, Skinny Man was like, it's probably the racist guy, and then Racist Guy was like, it's probably the immigrant, and then the immigrant was like, it's probably the woman, and then the woman was like, I don't fucking know, maybe it's the skinny guy. And so we just went in a circle, and that's how this game feels to me. That's how everything feels to me. I feel like I'm never making any progress on anything. I'm not advancing the plot. I'm not advancing the fucking, you know what I mean? I don't know what I'm doing. And every single time I come up with something, the game is like, but no. It's really funny to see your pathing. It's bad, Bumner. It's bad, and I feel bad. And I'm a shit-ass cop. I'm a shit fucking cop, dude. When was the last time I drank water? Drink water. I'll drink some water right fucking now. I'll drink water. Test me with my water drinking skill. Anyway, I'm lost. I'm not even gonna pretend that I have any idea what's going on. I'm fucking lost. I have theories, I have ideas, and then the game is like, but what if we just fucking jerk you around forever? What if we just fucking edge you with bullshit forever? Broke ass bitch ass shit ass cop. Yeah, that's the title. That's the name of my fucking band, bro. Broke ass bitch ass shit ass cop. That's the name of my fucking band. Anyway. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're watching the VOD, I'm really sorry. I'm playing this like shit. If you're not an active viewer in chat watching this live, then, you have these expectations of me that I'm like going to figure it out, and then 4 hours pass and I don't figure shit out and I don't do anything. We don't get anywhere in the story. So I'm sorry. But you know what? Bye, everyone.